Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. Hey, Obodo fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, good evening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back. I hope we are well. Let me hide this. I hope everybody is doing good. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe as you're coming in. Have a good, how you doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. If you are in Europe, in Nigeria, or anywhere in Africa, I guess it's evening. And if you are in the US, North America, I guess it's morning and afternoon. Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up as you are coming in. Blessed. You can hear me, yeah? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for confirming. Please just give me a thumbs up. Do me a favor and give us a thumbs up before we get into the nitty-gritty. Yeah. I'm really going to be just very prompt tonight because I'm still feeling slightly under the weather, even though you can't tell. You can't really tell by looking at me, but trust me, I'm not 100% yet. But this story was something that I really wanted to share with you guys because I don't know how many of you remember the beginning of this year, I said I was going to take a count, that I was going to be writing to take account of the number of people that have been unalived. Can you guys remember? I said I wanted to take account of the people that have been unalived because of marriage and all this relationship wahala. Thank you, Chichi. Thank you. Oh, the foundation that I use, I'm a MAC girl. Most of my makeup is from MAC. I don't know much about makeup. I'm learning, but it's MAC that I use. I just use MAC for everything. I think the only other makeup that I have that is not MAC is I have some what's it called? I have some eyeshadow. I bought the Patricia Bright one when it came out, and I bought one they call Anastasia something. I don't know. I bought it from the airport. But most of my lipstick, most of my makeup foundation is MAC. I just stick with MAC. It works for me, so I just use MAC. Thank you. Somebody Bumi is talking about the lipstick. This is my favorite one. Yeah, it's MAC as well. It's called Ruby Blue. Ruby, I think it's Ruby Blue or something Ruby. Can't remember, but it's red. Thank you. Bless, thank you so much for that super chat. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. We want to talk about marriage and relationships again today. Ruby Who. Yeah, somebody know it. That's the one. Ruby Who is my favorite. Yeah, you guys know it. Yeah, I know it's Ruby. I'm not sure of the other name. I just, you know what I usually do when I want to buy? I take a picture and I take it to the airport when I'm traveling. I show them, they just give me. Yeah, it's Ruby Who. Thank you. Thank you so much. Abi Ninja. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, so beginning of this year, I said I was going to take a count to write down names and just to take a count so that because we don't have statistics. And it's very, very important that we have statistics because statistics will give us, data about the scope of any matter. And that's why in this part of the world, you can easily pull up, statistics that has been done. I wish, Nigerian police or any of the organizations, Ministry of Women Affairs, the last minister that Tinubu removed, I didn't agree with her on a couple of things because she was saying something about how if you keep quiet, you know, women need to keep quiet so that they don't get, you know, uh, they don't get slaps and things like that. And I didn't agree with that. But I think she's the closest to someone that would have really done, that Igbo man, Igbo woman. She's very feisty. I didn't agree with her on that, but I do think that she was on the right path. I don't know why Tinubu removed her, but I suspect that she was removed because of that thing that happened in the north, where some kids, some young girls they took them, and when they released them, the thing that the Niger state government was going to do is to say that they should marry all of them, that people should come and marry them. And she disagreed with that. She was doing her job, but she probably stepped on the wrong toes. Those that part of Nigeria, they like that kind of a thing. So it's unfortunate. I think she would have, done a lot of good in terms of safeguarding women and children. I think her name is it Uju? Who can remember her name? The last Minister of Women Affairs. Uncle Beno. Uncle Patrick, good evening, sir. Ekale Oshedadani. I greet you special. Welcome, welcome. I think we need data. We need statistics to be able to understand the scope of what this problem is, because believe you me, this is a real problem. Nigerians, because of the issues that we face, socio-economic issues, it's easy for us to just waka past when something happens. After I no consign me, not be my family member. That is the attitude that a lot of people have. But I don't think it's healthy. It's not healthy for us as a Uju Kennedy. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. That's her name. I didn't agree with her on some of her stands or some of her utterances, but I did think that she was working. I think she was working, especially in terms of safeguarding children. I saw some of the things she did. And it's good for us to recognize that, sometimes people make mistakes, or, nobody's perfect. So I will always look at both the good and bad side of someone. It's not bad, but some of the things that she said, I felt was not helping women. You don't say women should keep quiet. It's 2025. Don't tell people to keep quiet so that they don't get slaps. No. Just tell the people that are doing the slapping to stop. That if they slap, they will get arrested. That's how they do it in this part of the world. And the thing that people don't understand is that it's not that people don't have the tendency to do the same thing in the West. Yes. You think they don't have abusers in this part of the world? Of course they do. But you see, when there is no law, or when laws are not being, implemented in the right way, then people do whatever they like. Did you guys hear of the policeman? There's one that happened last week. I told you guys, I've already counted up to 10. And we're already in February. Just February, Chibi. Today is February what? 27th. We still have 28. Already 10. As a matter of fact, before Valentine's Day, there was one that was a couple, husband and wife. I understand the man is a policeman. He and his wife unalived each other. They say it was the wife that first of all removed his JT. Jesus is Lord. Oh my show. The wife decided to detach his thing from him, his banana, removed his banana. And the next thing, he too did something, and both of them unalived each other, and they have children. In this small year where we don't enter, where we never even spend 100 days. People that are on the mountain and fasting for 70 days, they never even finish their fasting. 100 days. So you see, it's a big problem. And I feel like the more there's pressure in society in terms of economic, social issues, life getting tougher for people, and people are not coping. They are not coping. And so they always find a way to take out that anger. I'm not making excuses for Mongo Park. I will never make excuses for Mongo Park. Which business you want to start, Brother Ben? No, you change your name to Trend Reality. I just saw that yesterday. I was going to message you about it. Trend Reality. Trends Reality. Is that what we are now? Okay. We need data. We need data. I wish that it was possible for us, because at the end of the day, it's not everything that is making it to social media. We are seeing some of it in social media, but it's not everything that makes it to social media. Yes. Chinya, you heard me right. Husband and wife unalive themselves. For a woman to take that step to be removing her partner or her husband's banana, it means it has to do with something relating to infidelity. I'm suspecting, but yeah, this thing you cannot use it again on women outside. Why would somebody do that? Whenever I talk about to women and advise sisters that you should stop chasing and fighting over whether a man is cheating or not, it is not your responsibility. If that is a decision that somebody that you are with has chosen, what they decide to do, then this is not the way about it. You guys know I've never supported that. Never. Say, my husband is cheating, so I'm going to go and look for the south chick and I will beat her up. Why? Why? I will send so many cases here of women that have attempted to do that and they ended up unaliving themselves. It's an epidemic. Absolutely. And at this point, I'm thinking that, people need to start looking at, if they see some certain behaviors, the way their future spouse is moving, they should be asking for a psych evaluation. That's why I said in my community post, Uncle Ben knows I cover my cucumber with the blood. Uncle Ben no ejo. I cover my cucumber with the blood of Zachariah. Uncle Ben no ejo mi o le rerin. I can't laugh. I cannot laugh because as much as we want to laugh, it's serious, but also we will laugh. So yeah, the humor is always, it helps us to cope. Why? I never understand it. I don't understand it. And I keep telling you ladies, please stop doing it. Don't. It's not necessary. In this part of the world, if you go and meet, you see a woman outside, and you say, oh, I'm going to go to her house. She's the one that is not allowing my husband to rest. You want to go and fight. They will lock you up. You will get a criminal record. It will spoil your record. And at the end of the day, you'll be wondering, is it worth it? Why? I don't see the value in it. I don't see the sense in it. I would never advise any woman to go and be fighting. But we're not even here to talk about fighting or cheating spouses today. We're here to talk about a couple that got married only 8 months ago. And that's why I was talking about the issue of psych evaluation. Because this one is so fresh. And as we are talking about this case, it happened in Benin City, Edo State. I also want to use it again to appeal to parents to please, they should reduce this pressure on women to get married. The pressure to get married, women in Nigeria face incredible pressure to get married, especially when you are in your late 20s, towards your early 30s. People will be asking you. PK's wife, PM, said, whenever people, what she's telling her church girls now is that whenever people will say, when are we coming to eat rice? Because these are the subtle ways they ask. This is the subtle way they put pressure on you. When are we coming to eat rice? She said she told her church single ladies that anytime any of these aunties or family friends are adugbo, auntie adugbo, because it's usually women, men not so often. It's usually, women that do that. When are we coming to eat rice? She said she told them, anytime somebody asks you that question, but when are we coming to eat rice? Tell them whenever you cook it. When you cook the rice, you will come and eat it. There's so much pressure on young women to get married. And I'm not saying that marriage is a beautiful thing if you get it right. But is it not better for us to advise our young ladies to even counsel them to choose well? Because it's almost like it's a game of speed. And that's why you see Nigerians are the ones that splash out the most when it comes to wedding. We'll do traditional marriage, we'll do court marriage, we'll do registry, we'll do church. The way they do weddings these days, the cost. I saw the other day on Instagram, somebody posted and said, if you have to do it all over again, what is the regret that you have about your wedding? And a lot of young women were writing there that one said they borrowed money. They will borrow money to go and do wedding. After the wedding, you will now be paying off the gbese because you want to impress people, because you want people to see, you want to pepper them, let them know that finally they thought I would never get married. The pressure to get married, even for our sisters and our daughters in the abroad, is immense. It's too much. Nelly Grace said the pressure is intense. Before I got married, all my aunties and married friends mounted pressure on me. It was crazy. Yeah, it's a real pressure. I know. It's not today. Oh, even in my days, there was pressure. Your parents just believe that, if you have parents that didn't pressure you, you are lucky. They just believe that go to university or go and do whatever you need to do to get yourself set for life. And then the next thing is bring a husband. And I keep wondering, is there a market where they sell spouse? Do they have a market for selling? Maybe, Uncle Ben, no, you are talking about business. Maybe that's the business you should go and be selling, no? If you know where they will start a market to be selling spouse. But okay, husband for sale. Husband material. Raising boys to men said, some divorce while still in debt from the wedding. Le baton. I don't know what to say. Ito Travel said, sometimes the young women put the pressure on themselves when they hear narratives like our husbands are scarce. Yeah. I do understand why young women will want to get married, because unlike men, women have a biological clock. Married now, I'm 30 something. How many of you know that Diary of a Niger Girl? How old is she again? Is she not in her 40s? I think she's like 41 or 42. She only just got engaged. And the Bible says that hope deferred makes the heart weary. But when joy comes, when the joy comes, when desire is fulfilled, there's nothing like it. I think the learning I really want parents to learn, because we have a lot of, adults here on this platform now, and those who will watch you later, who are mothers and fathers, parents. What you should be doing is to be praying for your children to attract the right person. Not people that have okpolo, okpolo. It's not everybody that dresses and put on clothes and have a beard. You know, all those bearded gang. They are everybody call normal. Most of those people, oh, we're all right. Oh, they are not all right. Yo. Oh, bad. Oh. There's scone in their head. Oh, we need to be praying. We really need to be praying for our children. Uncle Patrick says psych evaluation and knowing all the baggages each one is coming with. Yeah. The psych evaluation is something that is very necessary now. So this one that I'm sharing with you tonight, let me quickly share my screen. Yeah, so that you can hear the story. It seems like a beautiful love story, right? Beautiful couple as well. Looking good. But that's what I'm telling you, Pe. Some people look good on the outside, but their brain, their mind is not good. There's something going in their brain that is not okay. And you might not know. And that's why I'm very, very particular about mindsets. I talk about mindset a lot, and sometimes people wonder, why are you always talking about mindsets? A lot of times the mindset that people have about certain situations, even if it's just social media issues, things that are going viral, their mindset and the way they contribute to that discussion, you will understand what is in their mind. It's like a tree of life. Yes, thank you, Brother Patrick. Our pastor in the house, Uncle Patrick. We don't joke with you. Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Yeah. It is better for you to marry late than to marry wrong. If you end up in a wrong marriage, you will regret your life. There are so many men and women that are trapped in marriages that they are so unhappy. But getting in is usually easy, but getting out, Not so easy. It's not so easy. So let me quickly run through this story and then I'll take calls. Let me just share my link in case you want to contribute to this. We are talking about the pressure to get married and why most Nigerian girls are so desperate and they will marry anything and anyone. Because the reason why I'm saying so is because this young girl, we never blame the victim on this platform. She's a victim, beautiful woman. However, the signs were already there that this guy is not all right. But she went ahead and did wedding with him. That's why I say it's desperation. It's got to be desperation. There's no other thing that will make you to go and marry somebody that you already know. Ko wa all right, yo. So 8 months ago, they got married. These are the wedding pictures. You can see they are both smiling. Cute couple, exactly as I said. You see the beard? I told you. His beard, that is the thing now. Everybody has a beard. You see fine boys. This one is fine. Look at their wedding pictures. Let me show you more pictures. I've got more photos here to show you. Cute couple. I'm sure anybody sitting there now in the audience when they are doing wedding will be saying, God, when? God, when? Can you see that? I've got more pictures to show. Guys, welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Very cute. They look good together. So it seems like it's the wedding that is more important to women. Let me just wed. After the wedding, what do you think is going to happen? If a guy is already putting his hands on you during courtship or dating, which is the case of this Success, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the wedding is going to change or the marriage will change him? Or if a woman has bad behavior and you say, oh, maybe when we get married, it's going to change. Not marriage does not change anybody. As a matter of fact, marriage amplifies whatever character someone has. Because maybe you used to see it from afar because you didn't live together. But when you live together, it's right there in your face. You are seeing it every day. It will amplify. Amplify in a way that it will be times 100, whatever bad behavior or whatever red flag you thought you saw. So quick story here. That's the couple for you. His name is Kelvin Osamede Ozeko. Unalived his wife. She's 38 years old. Yeah. I saw the age and I knew that it was pressure. 38. She only got married 8 months ago. So yeah. So that means she got married around 37-ish. Yeah. Her name is Success. Izeko. 8 months after the wedding in Edo State. It happened somewhere in Upper Mission Extension, Benin City on Saturday, February 22nd, 2025. It was gathered that the Kelvin, his name is Kelvin. I don't even know how I go take talk and what be say I no go enter wahala for this platform or would this so. How I go take talk am? I don't know how I will take talk am because this platform gets the way when it's even on a live and serve now you take no say there's something seriously mentally wrong with him. 8 months marriage. You are supposed to be in a honeymoon phase, Abi. A new marriage now. If you begin, they do all these basketballs for 8 months into the marriage. What you go do when you are 5 years or 10 years into it? Is the way he unalived her what he used. You know what he used? What they used to cut grass back home in Nigeria. Ada. Somebody should write it there for me. Ada. Smashed it on her head. Scattered her skull. Yes, that's what he used. Ada. My goodness. How is somebody that is mentally sound going to carry Ada during an argument? No matter what she said. Maybe she said that, yes, Maybe she said that. Thank you, Faith. Maybe she said something. What's the worst that you can say as a woman? He said something about his mother. You insulted his mother or something. I don't know. Yeah. Ada. Nain. He did here. He carried the thing for her head. So, the wedding videos, I'll show you the wedding video in a minute. So it happened on Sunday. Oh, so what happened was that because in Nigeria now, and that's the thing about communal living, everybody knows everybody's business. And because he has a record of always putting his hands on her, when this happened, the whole Adugbo, everybody gathered and they wanted to really, really lynch him. It's the police that saved him. And according to this unconfirmed report from Linda Ikeji, and somebody in Benin actually confirmed it for me, because one of the family who lives in Benin told me it happened in her area. She was pregnant, 4 months pregnant at the time. Ikunle Abiyamo. 4 months pregnant. If you want to dig deep now, if you want to dig deep into this matter, if you want to dig deep, you will see that it's something very silly, something inconsequential, something that like you didn't cook my food on time, or where is my food, or the house is untidy, or some nonsensical thing is what will cause this wahala. That you took Ada, your wife that you just married 8 months ago, smashed it on her head, unalived her with your baby in her womb. Now wow. So the police came, they rescued him, obviously. Didn't allow the community people to do what they wanted to do. Took him to the station. And they said that this is what they said. Yeah, these are some of the wedding pictures. You can see 38 years old. I'm sure she's looking, I'm going to be 40 soon. Let me get married so I can have children. So she will put up. Because they said, according to what I read in another platform, that he's been doing it. It's not today. No, see them. This is a photo shoot for wedding or what do they call it? Is it pre-bridal or bridal? What do they call it? This thing where you go and do photo shoot before? Is it bridal shoot? I don't know what they call it, guys. Tell me. Yeah, he took 2 people. Yeah. You see their picture? Don't they look cute? I'm sure she's happy. There's a ring now on her finger. She's happy. The average Nigerian woman does not feel fulfilled except there's a ring in her finger. When some people, sometimes you begin to wonder, is it a ring? Is it a ring that they used to sentence you to unalive you? The ring? Somebody has been putting their hands on you. Pre-wedding photo shoot at that for Life Esther. Thank you, my darling. How is Houston today? Somebody has been putting their hands on you as a woman, or somebody is verbally abusive to you, or somebody is rude and disrespectful to you as a man. You still go ahead and say, let me just do wedding. Let's do wedding now. You downplay abuse. You don't see it as a red flag. If anybody says anything, you say, you don't want me to get married. So it seems like the prize is the marriage. That is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how they treat you in it. You just want to get married. Just to bear that name, Mrs. So they did the photo, pre-wedding photo shoot and everything. Yeah. Let me show you the invitation. Yeah, you see? Can you see that? I don't know. He's looking here like she seems a bit older than him. I don't know if there's an age gap there. She's so happy. I'm sure she's feeling at last. Because in Nigeria, yeah, we talk about people not, allowing the pressure to get to them, but it's not easy. It's not. I know because I grew up in Nigeria. It's not easy. You need to be really, really thick, have a really thick skin, as in you are this kind of person that things don't get to. Beautiful lady, yeah. But most women, you know how we are now. We are emotional beings. We get in our feelings. Somebody will say something, it will hurt you. Even a total stranger that doesn't know you, they will just look at you and say, because you are not married, that's why you don't know how to respect people. Everybody will use it as a point of insult. It gets to you. So you just want to marry now so that the insult will stop. And you know the funny thing, even your fellow women, yeah, including the one that has 6, 7 children in a one room, face me, I slap you, apartment. That woman will be she feels superior to you, who is a thriving young woman, running your own business, having a good career. You live in a good area, you have your car, you have your money together, everything together. They will still feel a certain kind of way that they are superior to you, or society, because of that societal status that comes with marriage. So they'll be looking at you, where are you when you no get husband? You know, they under man. That's what they call them for the interior area. You know, they under man. So if you are that person that never, you have a thick skin that you don't allow it to get to you, and it doesn't also impact on your ability to discern and make decisions regarding the person you want to settle down with, then congratulations to you. But the pressure is real. There is so much mockery from fellow women. I mean, it's society at large. It's society at large. Your family is going to come from your family. It will come from your colleagues at work. It will come from, neighbors. It will come from your church. Yes. It will come from your church. They say, don't worry, we are praying for you. When somebody says we are praying for you, that's pressure. If you're one of those people that will see a single lady, maybe she's in her 30s, say, oh, I'm praying for you, keep your prayer to yourself. Have you prayed for your own family? I saw a post on Instagram about 2 weeks ago where a lady from the northern Nigeria was saying that it was her mom's birthday, and the neighbor was going to greet the mom. Instead of her to just say, oh, happy birthday, Mama Emeka, oh, long life and prosperity, like a normal human being. You know what the woman said to her mom? He said, oh, happy birthday, oh. We pray, oh, very soon God will make you a grandma. You see, because Nigeria is such an oppressive society where everybody tries to oppress one another. I pass my neighbor is our general way of life. And so marriage becomes something that is status that people will use to oppress people that are women, that especially women that are unmarried. It happens to men too. A man that is not married, they will use it again, to look down on him, to mock him, but not as much as they do to women. They say, you are too picky. If you have standard, they say you are too picky. You are going to end up alone. You are going 40. They are not nice. So the woman said that the woman said to her mom, oh, very soon God will make you a grandmother. The mom now said to the woman who is a neighbor that, I thank God though that my daughter is not living with a man that I have to be sending food stuff to. Do you get it? The neighbor is mocking her mom for saying that she is not married, and so she cannot give the parents grandchildren. And then the mom came back and said, well, my daughter, I thank God for my daughter, that my daughter is not married to a man where I will have to still be taking food stuff, because the other woman that is trying to mock her is married to someone that cannot even feed. He cannot even feed the daughter. You got it? Do you get it? Yeah. These are the little innuendos, silly things that People use it to yab you, to rob you, to come back to you. They will put the pressure on your parents, and if your parents are not wise enough to ignore and just pray for you, they will push the pressure down to you. It's a clap back. Thank you, Fumi. You got it. It's a good clap back. That is the culture. So on that day that they were doing photo shoot, now I'm sure that Success was smiling. She was happy. Finally, the wedding. Look at the invitation. Family of so so and so. Mhm. Local government, solemnization of holy matrimony of their children, Success and Kelvin. Saturday, June 29, 2024, 10 a.m. See? The church wedding, the traditional marriage, everything. Yeah. Look at them. No, I don't think she's older. I don't think she's older than him. She's definitely not older. Look how beautiful she looks without makeup. My shell. So would you say a young man like this and you think that he's sick? Like he's mentally unwell? That's to tell you, you know, when somebody is not balanced mentally, it doesn't show in the face. They can look good. And that's the thing I like about the West. One time I went to the US, my friend was telling me when we are driving, she would say, Bridget, as you are seeing them, so most of these people, they are on medication, no? But they still live successful lives. They have jobs, they have family, but at least they recognize that there's something wrong with them mentally. And they will go and be taking their psych evaluation and medication to function. But in our society, back home, no, everybody is fine. Even when somebody is raving mad, look at him. You carry a da. Oh my God, what have I done? Mm-mm. Toby. Okay, I'm going to share my link. Is the echo gone? You can see me. You can see me. I don't know what, honestly, I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm sharing my link now, guys. If you would like to join the conversation. The echo is gone. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. If the echo is gone, yeah, I think the echo is gone. I fixed it now. Sorry about that, guys. You know, these technical things, they can just get funny. I think I was just, you know, how these computers are, they are so sensitive. And this computer that I use is touch screen. So I think it just touched something and got off. Now I've lost my chain of thoughts. Uncle Patrick said the devil is a liar. He's a liar. Oh. He's a loser. Olofoni. Sir. Thank you. So, I mean, there's a lot about this, but again, if you want to look at it, the reason why people keep making all these poor choices when it comes to selecting a spouse is not far-fetched. Yeah. If you are a Nigerian and you grew up in Nigeria, you understand, you know why. We know. So my appeal is that we need to be like we need to do better as parents. Legendary. not to pressure not to pressure people, especially their young ladies, about getting married. Tikpa tikpa. You must marry, you must marry. You must marry now, 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 now. I mean, our heart goes out to the family of Success. May I so rest in peace. But nobody. So she successfully lived her life for 37 years. And within 1 year of getting married, she was unalived. You can imagine that. She was living her life successfully for 37 years. Within 1 year. So if you're a young lady or you're a woman, for whatever reason, you haven't found the right person yet, please be encouraged. Oh, at least you still have your life. I hope this is going to help you to at least say, you know what, nobody can pressure me. I'm going to wait until I find the right person. When you find the right person, it's like that scripture that we just quoted just now in Proverbs, that Brad Patrick shared with us. When desire comes, it's like a tree of life. It's like a tree of life. Within 1 year of marriage. So, what will make somebody in the first place? What will make a young lady want to settle with somebody that is already putting their hands on you? You know how we are as women. We think, okay, they are going to change. I will change him. I will pray. I will fast. I will take him to my pastor to pray for. But we know all those things now. Go what? It's not worth it. Our parents should stop. Yes. They really must stop. Our parents should stop. So if you have a parent there, just send the pictures. If they have data, send them this video to see what happens when you choose. You see all the red canopy, you see red flags, and you still enter because you want to do wedding. It's very, very dangerous. Olewu gidi gidi ni o. Olewu. My link is in the comment section, guys. If you want to contribute to this, what can we take away from here in terms of the learning for those who are listening, who feel pressured? And do you think psych evaluation is something that you actually that we should be considering now before you settle with someone, especially if it's someone that has anger problems? So one thing I wanted to say, Blessed, I'm coming to you in a minute. Sorry that. I wanted to say something about how when you are dating somebody, conflict resolution is very, very important for you to know. So as I'm looking at the character, you're looking at the core values, you are looking at your communication and all that good stuff. It's also important for you to make una even quarrel, make you see how una go take settle. Because in life, just as you quarrel with your siblings, you quarrel with your parents, you will quarrel with your spouse. There must be misunderstanding, even if it's not that kind of quarrel that is boost, but there will be misunderstanding. So it's important for you to test how people are able to resolve conflict. So if they do say, maybe for instance, the person they do say be church person or he be quiet person, no, they talk. Start wahala, make you just formulate wahala to see what the person go do. Because there's no way you can test how if another human being has the skills to resolve conflict when you have misunderstanding, except on a quarrel. This one now, you go carry your cutlass, now you carry. A normal human being, a woman that is pregnant, even if she was not pregnant, she's a monster. Okay, oh. Make we check well, oh. Check well, oh, before you enter. Oh. Please do not ignore red flags. Don't say he will change. I will pray him out of it. I will pray out of. You can't change people. It is only the gift of the Holy Spirit. It is God that can change people using the Holy Spirit. You and I are just carnal human beings. We don't have power to change anybody. I don't care how spiritual you are. If it was possible to use prayer to change anybody, Osinachi would have changed Peter Wanchuku or whatever his name is. No, this one is not even emotional intelligence, Sister Yvette. No, it's just a wicked person. It's got nothing to do with emotional intelligence. It's wickedness. If you have to use that just because you have a disagreement, nah, nah. Okay, Bless, welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, Auntie B. How are you today? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Auntie B. How are you today? Hello? Hello?
Can you guys hear Bless? I cannot hear her. Can you guys hear Bless?
Can
I
you
can't
guys
hear.
hear?
I can't hear her. You can. You can.
I can hear you, but I'm also hearing like
You can hear
feedback
Bless.
of
Me,
you
I'm not
repeating
hearing
yourself.
her. You can hear. You can hear Bless. The baton. Why am I not hearing Bless?
I can hear you, but you're
Hello,
repeating
Bless.
yourself.
Are you there?
I'm here.
I don't know what's happening, man.
Like
I
you're
really don't know
echoing.
what's happening. This internet doesn't want me to be great tonight. This is
Hello?
okay. Let me see if I can hear you from here. Ogbo Okinto, Kawaloson. Bless, go ahead. Okay, go ahead now. Yeah.
Hi, Auntie B. How are you today?
I'm fine, darling.
Okay, so you just everything you're saying is repeating. So if I pause for a bit, it's because everything you're saying is coming out twice. So and now I hear myself. Is this better now?
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
just
gonna
go
have
on,
to.
I guess.
I'm gonna have to close
Whatever.
this,
Pardon me.
guys. I'm gonna have to close it and jump into another stream. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have YouTube on.
Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know where the noise is coming from. Okay, I know where the problem is. I found it. Okay, I think we are going to be good now. Okay.
Is it better now?
Okay, go ahead, Bless. I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. So I was just gonna say that it is
Yes, go
also,
ahead.
I think at this point, with the way people have just been unalived from left, right, and center, it is imperative that before you decide to get married to anybody, a psych evaluation should just be a prerequisite at this point. Because the way people are just dying left, right, well, I guess you can't say dying. The way people are just going, well, exiting the earth, it is important to really know where somebody's mental state of being is before you even, because I guess at the end of the day, marriage is something that is meant to be like a for life thing, right? So if you get into it,
Mm-hmm.
you're one person's like, okay, I'm really committed and I'm really willing to see this thing to the very end, and the other person has their own set of weird motives, then inevitably it's just not going to work, right? So, and that's, I guess, also like, the pressures of not only society, it's mostly always the people closest to you, people that you don't know, and people that are not like within your immediate group of friends or family members, whatever the case is, they might say things, but it's
Mm,
obviously behind your back. It's not going to be to your face. Hey, so and so, when are you getting married? But people in your family feel that
mm-hmm.
obligation to have to want to say something that, hey, you know, you're almost clocking 35, you're almost clocking 40. When are we getting, you know, grandkids?
Yeah.
When are we getting this? When are we getting that?
When are we
And
eating jollof rice?
exactly. And then women, then with that, I mean, if you, like you were saying before, if you don't have a thick skin, it is going to get to you. And we're human beings at the end of the day.
It will.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some people just don't have a strong enough brain or coconut enough ahead that they'll just be
No,
like, okay,
I don't
let me.
even blame them, to be honest, Bless, because I know the pressure I felt, you know, and I don't have a thick. I know I look like I have a thick skin, but I don't.
Well, I do, but that's
And the
like,
pressure
no, I'm
did
not
get to me.
blaming them at all. I am not blaming them at all because I've always looked at it as whoever you end up marrying, that's the person you're saying, I'm willing to do life with you. And through thick and thin, me and you, it's good. We're going to write it out till the
Hmm.
very end. So if I can't even, well, if I'm willing to overlook red flags within like the dating stage, I know that's just, I'm only setting myself up for failure in the end. So all
Hmm.
because I'm trying
Hmm.
to impress and make my parents happy. Like that just logically don't make sense. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one stuck with this person. And whenever things start going left, it's going to be you having to fight with this person in the confinement of your own home. And if you try to take,
Hmm.
let's say, problems and whatever that's going on in in your marital house to your parents, it's always, oh, figure it out. Oh, resolve it. Oh, men are like this. Oh, man. So to an extent, parents also have a part to play in all of this shenanigans, if you ask me. But I'm just, all in
Yeah,
all, I'm just saying is that
absolutely.
this is a very critical life or death decision. So it's like really, really vet the people that are potentially going to be your spouse, because it's only going to mitigate so much unnecessary headache in the end. Because to think about it, this woman was almost clocking 4 decades on this planet. And just like that, she's gone before she could even see her fourth decade. So it's like, what's even the sense in just rushing to, just to say I am married to someone?
Yeah. And again, because, in this part of the world, what I've noticed, Blessed, is that, especially with the Caucasians, they don't wait
Hmm.
to get married when they want to have kids. You see them having kids.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. You see them having kids, but we always wait until we get married to have kids. Again, because they will tell you it's a sin and all that. I'm not saying that people should go and be having kids randomly.
No.
Obviously, it's always better to get married before you have kids. But if having a child is something that you desire and you feel like, oh, I have not found the right person yet, then you might as well decide if you want to go ahead to go and have a baby. But then again, in Nigeria, for those who live in Nigeria, having
Mm.
a kid without getting married will even reduce your chances of ever getting married. You see?
Wow. Well, that's most African
So
countries as
you
a whole. So that also doesn't help the situation. But it's like, I'm willing, if I was to, let's say, if I wanted kids, for example, I'm willing to go the route of, I would rather, have them. Well, I see like the whole thing of get married first. But I mean, marriage is not end all be all, especially if you're going to be married to the wrong person. You might as well not have in the first place. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you choose the wrong partner, that can be like your early pass, express passport to the grave. And for what? Because now think about it, you've had
yeah,
those kids, now you're leaving them without one parent.
yeah,
And in as much as we know,
yeah,
yes, we have a lot of nice men and women out there, nobody's ever going to treat your kids the way you would treat them. And nobody will ever love them the way you would have loved them as their mother or their father.
yeah. And she got pregnant and they didn't even allow her to give birth to the child. He didn't
Wow.
even allow her. The father did not allow her. How sad is that?
Man,
Wow.
that is diabolical. But that's the world we
It
live in. So
is. It is.
sometimes you just gotta be
Yeah.
selfish and put yourself first. And at the first sign of a red
Yeah.
flag,
It's not
walk
even.
away. You lose nothing
Yeah.
because all you're
It's not
doing is
even
being
being selfish. Yeah. It's self care at this point. That's what we call
absolutely
it. It's self care. Take care of yourself because nobody will take care of you if you don't take care of you.
no. Nobody's ever
Thank
gonna
you,
love you the
Blessed.
way you love yourself. So put yourself
Yeah.
and what it is you
Yeah.
tolerate in
Mm,
the dating phase, it's only going to times 10 of what it is you're willing to
mhm.
put up with during dating. It never gets better just because, oh, we're married now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling. Sorry about the audio and video mix up. Blessing, you are in the
Hey, and
studio.
hey, Auntie B.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome.
Good. I just saw this. I was in the train. I said, "Oh my God, I need to jump up from the train." Oh God,
How you doing?
good. I wish this this episode of yours can go to over 5 million, 10 million, around the globe. I see some people posting a lifestyle, and I'm seeing 2 million, 3 million, and I don't see any any educative something towards the younger generation. I don't
Educate,
see it.
educational videos like this don't. Why do you think it took me so long to get 100,000 subscribers? People
Yes,
don't. They don't want to. No,
they don't
it's
want
the
to do that.
nonsense that people like.
And
Mhm,
that's where we are today. That's where this thing is happening.
mhm.
Because when you don't learn from the people that have been there, you're gonna make
This is
the
too serious.
worst mistake that they have already
People
made.
don't want to learn.
Yes,
No, they don't
there
want
is
to
a there,
learn.
there is a mistake that my mother made, my father made, my uncles made that I will not want to make on my own time. And that's why that I took my kids and I decided I want the children to see a different life outside chaos
Yeah.
and fight. And when you talk about this, the younger ones still don't get it. So they think
Hmm.
posting on social media, we are married, show off the ring. Honey, no, that's that's a tip of
They want
iceberg.
all people want to do is catch cruise. They just want to catch anything that
They
is,
just want to
is the
catch
nonsense.
cruise.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's the nonsensical channels that have got no value, that teach nothing. When they are talk
Yes,
when they are talking about how you can smash this person and sleep with this person, and
yes.
those are the ones that have thousands and
That's the ones
thousands
that
and
have
thousands of views
thousands.
and followers.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's why we are can you imagine Osinachi happen and people are still
Mm-hmm.
being in the same situation trying to prey off this man to make him change, like how? It's not
Since
like
Osinachi
Osinachi.
passed, since Osinachi, I think there's been over 200 women in Nigeria that have been deleted because of marriage.
Yes,
You think Osinachi,
yes.
yeah, is people are going to learn? No.
No, you know about the one, the couples that were police officers. The woman cut off the man's
Yeah,
something, and the man
yeah,
slashed the
yeah.
face.
We talked
I
about it.
was do, I was
Yeah,
doing the live stream on Facebook, and Facebook turned off my Facebook down instanto. Like I can't I can't even do anything.
yeah, because that's too, yeah, you can't, you need to choose. That's why I didn't cover it because YouTube would not allow it as well.
Yes.
It's too gruesome.
So, but the,
Mm,
the point is, I wish Nigerian parents, I wish Nigerian elders, I wish Nigerian
mm,
uncles, sisters, aunties. It's not these younger ones,
mhm.
they don't know anything. But what about us that are over 40s? All that are over 40s, what impact are we making in the society? Are we telling them the truth? What are we telling the younger ones? Are we telling them, hey, don't do this? If you don't reach this aspect of life, if you are not fulfilled as an individual, why are you venturing in something that you don't have no idea? Number two, you already have a courtship, a relationship with this person, and they beat sorry. They do that to
They
you.
put their hands on you.
They put their
They
hands
put their
on
hands on
you.
you. Yeah,
And how do
yeah,
you expect that relationship will be gold when you eventually
yeah.
marry? But it's the culture that we have. Like you said here in
Yeah.
Caucasian, my love. I wish I know what I know today, honey. I will have a relationship and have 6 children. 6 children. I wouldn't even care of the word marriage.
Shut up, Alexa.
Caucasians, I work with them. They have children and they enjoy this part called life. They enjoy this
Mm-hmm.
part called life.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing marriage, ring, wedding gown, and costumes attached to it. No. They only know themselves as
Mm-hmm.
their own individual. So that's
Yeah.
the difference between us and them. We attach ourselves with cultures, we attach ourselves with status, we attach ourselves with, societal norms. If you don't do this, then you are not qualified. Like you said, I have seen people that can't even feed themselves a basic 3 square meal. And they're pointing
Mm-hmm.
fingers. They're pointing
Mm-hmm.
fingers that you have the
Yeah.
stability in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. They'll tell you that it's because you are not. This is the way they put it. Shebi, I'm a Nigerian to the core. They will say you are not under a man. That's how they say
Uh-huh.
it. Now because you know the under man. Now it make you they
Yes.
talk to me like
What what what
me where I be
what-
housewife.
I
I
they
be
tell
under
you.
man.
There is one there, old friend I know. One time we were talking, and he said, "Oh, because you are talking like this, that's why no man will marry you." Oh my good God!
Want you.
I said,
Yes. Yes.
I said, my dear, let me to be honest to you. Thank you, Jesus. I said, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
because this is why you are where you are today. Because of this
Mm-hmm.
mindset of yours. Mindset of yours.
Yeah.
They will interpret
Shade.
it and smash it and aggressive thoughts. There is nothing.
Shada. Sorry, I just want to thank this person, Shada Princess Beneficial Knowledge. Thank you for the £2 super chat. I really appreciate that. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead, blessing. Write it
Yes,
up now
so I
nicely so
wish
we can.
I
Mhm.
wish there I wish all of us, like I'm over 40. Thank you, Jesus, I'm
Mhm.
41. Since I clocked
Mhm.
40, it looks like there is this
Mhm.
transformation in my mind. I
Wait till you
say
are
it,
60. Wait till you are 50 like me. You will see the kind of
right?
freedom. You feel this kind of empowerment.
I
Your
cannot wait.
ability to tolerate any BS. I
Yes,
see the
yes,
more mature you are, the more you appreciate life, the more you have
exactly.
zero tolerance for any
Th-
kind of
I-
bad behavior.
that is the word, the tolerance. I'm looking for this tolerance. I cannot find it. I cannot find it because the truth remains the same. I have boys. I have three girls. My oldest one is 7. He's gonna be 17 in 2 days, March 1st. This is what I tell him. Never you engage in yourself in something that you cannot have a good account of. And number one is relationship.
Somebody said that Kama said, these days when you insult me that I'm not married, I just smile and tell you thank you.
I
Mhm.
know.
Let me tell you something. Kama, hold on. Let me tell you. Any woman that will insult another woman for not being married, trust me, she's not happy in her marriage.
Exactly.
Okay? Just know that
Exactly.
she's not happy. It is usually the most frustrated one that their husbands are giving
Uh-huh. How
serious
do you
that
know?
they are the ones that will do that.
They'll
There
be
is no
throwing.
woman that is happy in her
Oh
marriage that
my
will they will
God.
not do that. A woman that is happy in her marriage, is fulfilled in her marriage, will never do that.
We never
They
do
will
that because
never
she
insult a
knows how
single
it
woman.
goes. She knows how it
Uh,
goes.
is is the frustrated one. So to make themselves feel good for 5 minutes, they will look
Yes.
down on you so that
They will look
they
down
can
on
make
you and
themselves
tell
feel
you,
good. Because
"Mm."
they know when they get home, the glass goes that is waiting for them.
Auntie P, I know the one right here, sitting right here in Miami. When when we are friends, she and the husband, these people will fight, fight, fight. I used to drop my kid, and my kids will be
Yes,
so scared. And they're like, "Mommy, what is going on
yes,
with?" Like you'll be hearing this sound, and tomorrow you
yeah.
will take pictures, post on social media, and pretend that
Yeah,
life
she'll
is
be on
good.
social
Life is
media and
not
say
good.
they are I'm telling you.
Life
Look,
is not
I'm
good.
telling you. With the women that are accomplished, they are happy, they've raised their children, or they are still raising their children, and they feel like, I told you once when somebody was saying that, oh, you feel fulfilled when you are married. Marriage is what completes you. I say no.
Oh Lord.
It's not marriage that completes you.
It's not.
Marriage is good. I'm not saying that marriage is not
Exactly.
good,
I
but
love
as a
marriage.
human
I
being,
pray for
God
marriage,
did
but
not
let it.
create us for marriage alone. Marriage is a blessing. Let me tell you,
Yes.
and I keep saying it in this platform as somebody that was married before even some of you here were in primary school. Yeah. You know the thing that makes you fulfilled in life, whether you're a man or woman, it is not marriage. And that's why some of you will get married, you'll be
That is
disappointed.
true.
You'll not be saying, I thought I would be happy if I married, but I'm not
That
happy.
is true.
He didn't
That
do
is
this. You
true.
not start saying the fault. Natu, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, darling. How are you? Lovely to see you. Wonder Woman said, my husband tried stopping me from watching your channel, Auntie B. Waiting I do. What did I do? That's a red flag. Anyone that stops you from watching Obodoyibo TV is a mango pack. He doesn't want you to be exposed to know. Yeah, let me tell you the thing that completes you as a human being. I will tell you for free. Is walking in your purpose, your God-given
Exactly.
purpose. When you feel
Existence.
like this is
Hey.
why God has created me. I am here
Mhm.
on this earth for this purpose to fulfill destiny. Your destiny is
Mhm.
not marriage. People can fulfill
No.
destiny whether they are married or not.
Mhm.
Sometimes marriage will even derail you from your destiny, from fulfilling purpose. Sometimes
Exactly.
if you marry a good person, it to help you to get to your destiny and to fulfill your purpose. There's a hunger in us as human
Mhm.
beings. There's a thirst in us. And God did not create us for marriage. He created us to fulfill purpose. So
Exactly.
whether you're a man or woman, be looking for your purpose, not marriage. And that's
Mhm.
why do you think marriage people cheat? Men and women in marriage,
Because
why are they cheating up and down?
exactly. Mhm. They thought it's their purpose. Ah,
The way people cheat, married people are the ones that even cheat more. They're more. I hear that, especially in Nigeria, where they have a lot of time in their hands. If you see the
hey,
way a lot of married people are sleeping around, why?
I'm
If
telling
marriage was
you.
all the thing that will make them happy,
Mm,
walk in your purpose, and you will never feel empty again.
that is true.
Wonder
I, I
Woman,
I I
that's your
take that.
husband. I'm looking at him with my corner eye. It's a red flag. Thank you, blessing. Oh, I appreciate you, my darling. I'm looking at your husband with my corner eye. What is he doing that he doesn't want you to find out? Why is he saying you shouldn't watch Obodoyibo TV? Is he doing something he shouldn't be doing? Uh-huh. I don't know, but there's something not right there. So before Ungazi, before I take you your call, there's something here I wanted to read. I saw it on Instagram a few days ago where someone was talking about calling off their wedding, right? I think is worth sharing because it makes a lot of sense. The lady says, her name is Nenye, said, I called off my wedding 2 months to our wedding because of our wedding day because my fiance's post, his comment on a post. Okay, let me read it. It's very, very important because I think even though we know that the message is not spreading as much as we want it to, but there are different platforms, especially, on Instagram, on Facebook, and people who are preaching empowerment. People who are preaching, healthy relationships. And we are learning. We are learning. Men are learning as well. And she said, I called off my wedding because I was scared that I truly don't know the man that I was about to spend the rest of my life with. This was a viral post. There was a viral post on Facebook about a guy who unalived his woman over food because the woman didn't cook for him. I don't know what pushed me to read the comments. And a lot of people in the comment section said it's the Holy Spirit that pushed you. Yeah, don't the pain that is lined up for you in your future. Holy Spirit just pushed you to go and read so that you will be delivered from the wrath that will happen in your future. And she went on to say, I don't know what pushed me to read the comments. And there I stumbled on my fiance's comment on how he fully supports the man because women don't know their limits. This is the man I'm about to marry. And if you could make such comment, then he would definitely do worse to me. Somebody unalived his wife because of food. And the fiance was supporting the man. She said, I called off the wedding, deleted and blocked him everywhere. He kept calling my friends to know what he did, but I told them to block him too. Please always go through your partner's social media because you could be surprised on what you might find. So yeah, I ran for my life. When I saw this, I felt really good about it because I thought, ooh, this is somebody that is choosing themselves at last. Sisters, you know what's good for you? Red flag mindset. A lot of people will expose themselves in the way they think and the way they comment on social media, the kind of posts that they share with you. It will tell them a lot about who they are and where their mind is. And you know the funny thing, people will always find people that they align with in terms of their thought processes, what they believe in, their values, and all that. Let them go and find those people. If you can unalive somebody because of food and you support that person, then what are you doing there? Yeah, healthy marriages or nothing. Ungazi, welcome, my darling Ejima. How are you?
Hi, Auntie B. Hi, everyone. How are you?
You okay? Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
I want to
good.
comment. I was going to say something that I think two callers ago spoke on, but I want to comment on this because some people will look at this and think that it's petty, but this is a very big,
Yeah.
like, this is a very valid reason. And I say this because when you talk
Right.
about dating someone, mindset, social, when you talking to somebody, you see certain things they say, even and either whether it's an actual conversation about topics or on social media, it gives you an idea of how they think. So I give you a quick example. Like some one guy, he made this comment about he was online and he saw some woman who was 37 and she was divorced and she was on online dating. So he made a comment like, I know she regrets now getting divorced. Now you're online looking for men. So I could see where he was trying to say, but at the same time, I feel like he was making an assumption to assume that she didn't have a reason to divorce somebody. Like she just wanted to, you know what I mean? Like she just left because she just didn't have a reason. So like even comments like that when you're dating someone, you're talking to them, it may seem like it's minor, but it really shows you how people stand on certain positions and how they feel about certain things. Even with cheating, you'll meet a lot of guys that will tell you, oh, all men cheat. That's a red flag. That type of commentary and that type of talk is kind of like to, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's kind of like to set a standard and almost like convince you that you can't find anybody that will give you what you're looking for. Like it's something that you just have to
Yeah.
accept. And I've dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
even yesterday someone texted me that type of nonsense. I've seen it so many times, especially Nigerian men. They'll say comments like, "Oh man, cheat. You have to get over. It, you have to get used to it." They're basically saying that I would cheat and you
Mm-hmm.
have to be okay with it. You have to run when you hear people say stuff like that. But in terms of bless, she made a comment about you guys were talking about the pressure for a lot of Nigerian women, particularly because a lot of Nigerian women are raised not to have kids until they are married. I think that's something that we need to
Yeah.
talk about more. And I think when I have a lot of American friends, Caribbean friends, East African friends, they will never truly understand because the culture,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. Like they don't really get it. Like you try to
Yeah.
explain to them, like I grew up, I had aunties 40 something still single, they don't have children. So it's not that they're so crazy to
Mm-hmm.
get married because they love men or they're so desperate. It's because marriage means so much
Mm-hmm.
for a typical Nigerian woman. It's how you get your children, it's how you get status, it's how you get, there's so many things that come with it. So that's why a lot of Nigerian women are so stuck on being married, you know? So of course, if you took away that
Mm-hmm.
pressure to be married, like, oh, I could just have children, I don't feel like a lot of Nigerian women would care about marriage as much. That's the truth. If they didn't
Yeah.
have that idea
And
that I
that's why
have
they
to,
always tell you that even the ones that are married in Nigeria, Ngozi will tell you that they are married to their kids. When they are suffering in the marriage, they say, I'm staying because of my kids.
yeah, like
I'm married to my kids.
no, it's
Your
it's
kids are gonna grow
big.
up and leave you.
It's big. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, people will say it's no, it's specific. It's particular to Nigeria. I have one Cameroonian friend who, when she was about to turn 30, her mother, her aunts were just begging her, just get pregnant. We'll take care of the child. What are you waiting for? You do not need to be married. I have never heard a Nigerian woman tell her child that. Never. I don't have any aunties. I don't
Mm,
have any, I've never heard them
no,
say, just have a child.
no,
We will help
no,
you. You don't need to
no,
be married. I have
mm-mm,
never ever
no,
heard that. And I'm in America.
mm-mm,
I've never heard someone say that.
yeah.
Even if the woman is 30
The
something, for no.
expectation from Nigerian parents is that as a young lady, you go to school or whatever you're doing, you learn your trade or you start your business, you get your money ish together, get married.
You're right. Like
You're
it's like,
not
and you
having
need to be
babies.
married before you have the children.
You have to
You
be
have to be
married.
married,
Yeah,
and I
it's
feel
the
like
expectation.
it's not
Yes.
it's non-negotiable. Like I'm even me. I'm telling people think, oh, you're in the Western world. Even me growing up, I don't know any girl that I grew up with, cousin, friend, except for one girl who got pregnant without being married, and she like fell off the face of the earth. We no one. She's not on social media. We don't know where she is. I don't know
Yeah.
any Igbo
Yeah.
girl.
It's a thing of
Even
shame.
it's and we're in
For most
America.
Nigerian parents, it's disgraceful if if you
Yes,
have a child out
yes.
wedlock.
But it's and I get why they
Mm,
say that, but then it also comes with the negative part in the fact that not everyone will get married. So how about the women who want to have children?
yeah.
What do you tell them? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. I
hard,
mean,
especially as a
it
Christian. You're
comes
supposed to
down
have
to your choices.
yeah.
It
And I
comes
think
down to your choice. And you see the irony of the thing. Let me tell you something, Gozi. Some women wait a long time to get married. They can't find the right person. Then they have a baby and then they get married.
I'm telling we I was so funny.
I've
I was
seen it
joking with my
several
cousins a
times.
couple of days ago. We need to maybe if you get pregnant, it'll be easier to get married. I think it takes away the pressure. That's what I really think. Because like once you
Yeah.
already have your
Some
children,
women have babies and you next thing they are getting married. Just make sure you're not having a baby for,
the wrong yeah, someone
someone that
reasonable.
is
But
not
I
responsible.
think
Yeah.
but I'm saying I feel
Yeah.
like it takes away the pressure when you can have children without being
Mm,
married. It takes away a lot of the pressure with dating
yeah.
and
I
relationships.
mean,
So
it's good. It's good to have babies in marriage. That's the right structure.
of
Culturally and
course.
religiously is better. Children are best raised in a two-parent household. Oh my God, I missed this super chat. Thank you so much. Blessing. Oh, God bless you for that super chat, 49.99. Thank you so much. I totally missed it. Is so let's get it right. Nobody's encouraging anybody to be having babies up and down, when you're not
No.
married. Because
Yeah.
the structure of society, family is two parents,
Right.
and the foundation of society is family. So yeah, it's the right thing to do. It's better. However, the way I'm looking at it now, you get into that age and you really want to have a baby, and you don't find the person, or the person doesn't want to commit. I've known, like I said, I've known women who they're dating someone, everything is good. They like the person, you know, the person likes them, but it's just not committing. Then they get pregnant. Do you know that in some cultures that shall remain unmentioned in Nigeria, the way some women, they even use it as a trap to get the man to marry them is to get pregnant.
Yeah, back in the
Do you
day, I
know
don't know
that?
if it works now. That's back in the day. I don't think child can trap these men. I don't know. I don't know.
You can't trap the
No,
modern
this
men.
this generation of men, child, they will look at you and keep going. Child cannot trap. Maybe few, maybe a person, but not most. I don't think a child will make a man commit to you now. But back then, yes, that's how a lot of people got married. They got married because they were pregnant. So, but now, I don't know.
All right, Ngozi, thank you so much for your contribution. I think at the end of the day, you just got to do what works for you. It's an individual decision whether you want to marry, whether you want to have a baby, whatever. It's individual. At the end of the day, you got to do what you think is right for yourself. You have to do what is right for yourself. But ideally, it's always better for you to get married before having children. Yeah. Yeah. So we don't promote just having babies, because you are 25 and just having, because what it does is that it creates a baby mama culture, which is not good. A baby mama culture where you see so many single women, and they are baby mamas, no husband in sight. And for us Nigerians, it even complicates matters in the sense that if the man does not marry you, most Nigerian men don't want to marry baby mama again. So it just makes things worse. So yeah, it's complicated. Yeah. Maggie, hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you, Auntie B?
I'm good, my darling. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Canada.
You're welcome. What do you have to say?
I want to say thank you for your show. You always have really, really informative and very educational shows. Uh, I've been following you for a while, but I really never called in. So today, I just want to say a few things. Uh,
Okay.
I really think that this whole issue with women getting married and getting into marriage, I really believe that it's so important for mothers to teach self love to children from a very young age because
Mm-hmm.
I like a girl is the one who's gonna grow up and become a wife tomorrow and be married and have to now build a home, raise children and everything. But then that foundation of understanding what true love is for themselves, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's really really
Mm-hmm.
important to be encouraged and be taught from a young age, because like you will hear a lot of people, even when you go on social media, you hear a lot of
We're
people
not here.
talking about you hear a lot of people talking about self-love. Women, you need to love yourself first, put yourself first before a man. But it's all talk, but I don't think that people were really taught and to be practical about what self-love is. And now it just became like another word that is being thrown everywhere, like love yourself more, put yourself first. But how do you do that? And I think that is like part of upbringing. It's very important for mothers to really teach their daughters how to love yourself, do this is how you show that you love yourself, and not just okay, tomorrow just wake up in a man's house and you're expected to love yourself. But how do you do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
it's so important that these things are instilled as much as you are teaching your daughter how to take care of a man or raise children. Also, with those values that you are teaching your daughter, how to take care of a man, how to cook, or how to clean a house, also teach them how to love themselves,
Mm-hmm.
how to care for themselves, how to identify when somebody is taking advantage of them, or how to choose a better husband for themselves. Not just to be a potential wife, or how to be a good wife, but then how do you choose a good husband for yourself? How do you know that this person is going to love and care for you and protect your emotional and physical well-being if you can't identify those things within yourself first? you
Yeah.
know and I think those things are more important now. You are finding that women are growing up and becoming desperate to get married,
Mm-hmm.
but then with the pressure that comes with the society, and men are not taught. Women, especially us in African homes, we are being taught how to take care of a man, but a man is not being taught how to take care of a woman, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And those things now, like if we are being truthful about marriage and the challenges that women face within their marriage, is not always rosy. There are certain things that a woman is carrying in a home more than the husband, right? And you are taking a lot of emotional baggage from raising children, taking care of the home, and making sure that everybody is fed. Those things can take a toll on a woman. But then,
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you navigate that from a personal point of view where you love
Mm-hmm.
yourself above all these challenges that you are going through? And then there is also like added challenges of where women, are being cheated on in
Mm-hmm.
the marriage. And now, from all these things that are personal that you have to deal with by taking care of your children and the marriage itself, now there is
Mm-hmm.
an added challenge of a man who is not being faithful with you. So how do you love yourself as a woman, from all these things that you are now facing, right? And so I think it's just starting, like going back, especially for us that are now getting more exposed and we are raising children. It's very important to be intentional about this self love in
Mhm.
practicality, not just like talking that, oh, love yourself.
What does it
How?
mean?
Yeah, what does it
What does it
mean?
mean? What's the practicality of that? Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. I
Mhm.
think it's so important. I think like if a girl child grow up to love themselves, it will
Mhm.
help them to identify what is not love, what
Yeah,
is not
absolutely.
kindness. Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that can throw the word love,
Mhm.
but then like people are not kind out there. You are
Mhm.
getting into families that they don't even respect a woman, they
Yeah.
don't care about the feelings of other people, they don't
Mhm.
care about your opinion. Just
Mhm.
like one of the comment that said their husband is preventing them from watching this channel.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is like, showing a man that is not encouraging your own independent mind or
Yeah.
self-expression,
That,
all of these things.
that's a tyrant. It's not a husband.
Exactly, all of these things.
Is
But
a
see,
tyrant, a man that can tell you you must not do this. You and it's not even something that is like it's not something that is so significant. Something as simple as a show that you listen to, they're telling you cannot
absolutely.
listen to. I want to
Hmm.
find out why. Why?
Exactly,
Some women are so they are afraid to challenge, and it starts. It's not. It doesn't start in marriage anyway. It starts in
hmm.
courtship.
Yes.
When you are very passive and you allow somebody to walk all over you, you can't challenge anything. You don't have an opinion. Whether
Mm-hmm.
it's right or wrong, you'll be shaking your head and just be doing, is it pick me's? I don't know. You might
Mm-hmm.
not be a pick me, but you don't have a voice. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something. It comes down to esteem.
Yes.
Is the way, because if a man loves you and respects you,
Mm-hmm.
then he will not be telling you, you can watch this, you cannot watch this.
Yeah.
Why? Why can I not watch it? Why? Do I tell you what to watch? You see, people, you think that as women, some African women feel like once I get married, I have no individuality of my own anymore. Everything
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
about me now is about my husband, what my husband wants. Respect your husband, love your husband, but you are a being.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
your personality, you have your likes and dislikes before you go into this marriage. And that is why you should never be with somebody that is trying to, it's like it's blocking everything that makes you unique
You.
to be
Mm-hmm.
you, so that
Exactly.
he wants to mold you. There are some men like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They want to shape
Absolutely.
you, and they tell you, this is how my mom is. I want you to be like this. Then they start to pluck,
Mm.
tell you, you need to do this. It's always there. But
Yeah.
women, sometimes they ignore it, they don't pick up on it because you want to get married. It's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, you're gonna lose yourself. You'll be
Mm-hmm.
married, you're gonna be in that marriage for years, and you'll be broken, unhappy, sad,
Yeah. Yes.
because God made you as an individual. You
Mm-hmm.
are a human being first before you are a wife or a mother.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's this whole, obsessions of how long you have been married. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you have been married. The years of you holding on to a marriage where you are not happy, it doesn't make no sense. It's how happy and fulfilled you are
Let
in
me
that
tell you
union.
something, Maggie. I will tell you
Mm-hmm.
for free that most of the people that say, it's not all, you see some that are happy. I mean, in life, you always have ups and downs. There's nobody that's happy. Even if you are single, you're
Mm-hmm.
not married, you're not going to just have a happy life. There are some downtime where you
Exactly.
have issues and all that. But in marriage, a lot of the ones that say, you see the reason why this, I've been married for 30 years, I've been married for 20 years, it makes me laugh. I want to ask you, in those 30 years, how many of the years were you happy in that marriage?
Yeah.
We celebrate the longevity, but we
Yeah.
don't celebrate the feeling in terms of who you were and,
Mm-hmm.
how you felt in all those years that you claim to be together. It's
Yeah.
sad. It's
Yes.
really
It's not.
sad.
It's not. It's not how far. It's how
It's how
well.
well.
It's how
Absolutely.
well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Maggie. I appreciate
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks for
Auntie
calling.
B.
Do calling. I enjoy talking to you. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye, darling. Uh, Nelly Grace, I've been seeing some comment from our non-Nigerian sisters saying that in their culture, their parents encourage them to have children. Having a child is not a big deal in their culture. But you got to understand that cultures varies. And so the way we look at it as Nigerians is from the perspective of our cultures across Nigeria. All right. And when we have people here who talk about how they have teenage, they were pregnant and they had a baby when they were 16, they were 17. I used to open my mouth like this, like, hey, when I didn't even have a boyfriend at 16, 17. Who born me? Eh? Hey, Jesus. You got to understand. So it's different. And somebody said in comments earlier on that the auntie has 5 children for 4 baby mamas, baby daddies, and she's respected. In Nigeria, that will be your insult point. Everybody, no. So it's different. In some cultures, in some countries in Africa, it's no big deal. They don't hold marriage. I think I've said it all the time that I don't think I've seen any African country that's held marriage in the highest esteem like Nigerians. We appreciate marriage. We value marriage a lot. Okay? And so baby mama is, even now with social media and the, Instagram baddies and, celebrities that are even making it. When I was growing up, the thought of having a baby in my father's house, it would never cross my mind, because I would just think that my mom would just, she won't unalive me. The fear. Your parents will tell you. My mom used to tell me all the time, "Pay, if you like, go and get pregnant. Bring that baby to this house and see what I will do to you." And my mom did not make idle threats. So having a boyfriend, which boyfriend? I will run. When a boy say I like you, if you see the way I will run physically. I will pick race. Because what my mom told me is on my head. You guys, you will never understand. Nigerian parents don't play. They don't play. So yeah, so it's different. It's different. That's all I'll say. Culturally, it's completely different. Nobody's going to respect you if you have 4 baby daddies. If you like, have all be Mrs. Folarunsho Alakija, the richest black woman at one time. Nobody will respect you. No. The thought of getting pregnant outside wedlock. Hey, Chineke, don't even think about it. Obviously, there are always exceptions. I'm not saying that every family was like that. It depends on the family that you come from. But there are some families, I'm telling you, nobody in my family did it. So if you look at all your older sisters and nobody did it, they all got married. Me, I'll be thinking, but she is it me that will start it? My mother will say, where will I put my face that they did not marry you? After I trained you to university. If you come from that kind of family, no, you wouldn't try it. You guys, you know what I mean now? Yeah, but obviously there are always the exception of people who got married or who got pregnant when we're teenagers. Of course, don't forget that in Nigeria, back in the day, I don't know if it's still until now, if you get pregnant in secondary school, 16, 17, you can't continue your education. You're going to stop schooling. What are you going to do with your life? So, nah, it was not even something that we considered. It's even now that women who have babies can even, yeah, cultures are different. Meg, welcome. How are you?
Auntie
Unmute yourself.
B,
Hello,
good
darling.
afternoon, ma.
Did you come from that kind of family where you cannot have a teenage pregnancy or have babies without getting married?
Of course, so I'm a Nigerian. I'm actually from Calabar,
Oh,
but my
really?
parents are not, funny enough, my parents are not super strict. My dad,
Hmm. My
long
mom
story
was
short,
so strict. Very strict.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. My mom was like
wow,
a soldier woman.
oh my God.
Joy said, my father won't alive me. He told my sister and I, is the unthinkable. You guys know. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, so Auntie B, I just want to say first of all, thank you so much for providing this kind of platform because I would say it's not often that you see we Nigerian women just come out to talk and be real about our struggles, navigating just how culture has impacted us mentally and how we just go through life. As far as this situation is so unfortunate, and I just want to just say that the genesis of all of this stuff, it really comes down to upbringing, how they bring us Nigerian women up versus the men. And I
Mm-hmm.
think, I'm just going to kind of repeat what some of the callers said earlier, that it's like for we women, Nigerian women, everything is marriage. Right from the day you were born, you hear marriage, marriage,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to be a
Mm-hmm.
good wife, or is this how
Mm-hmm.
you do in your husband's house? If you are like for me, right? If sometime I'm lazy on a Saturday, I sleep in because I went on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you do in your husband's house when you have
Mm-hmm.
children? Uncle? But my brothers, they can just sleep anyhow. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, in unfortunately, in our Nigerian culture, we're raising wives, but unfortunately, we're not raising husbands. We're raising men who are rehab, like who need rehab, who need therapy, and they are looking at us like we're the rehabilitation centers. And then another aspect of this is like the church, right? Because a lot of us Nigerians were very religious, right? And you see this in church that everything is a woman single. You're single, or this is why you're single. Like me, I don't want to say the church that I go to, but I go to this church that a fire, fire, fire church. And everything about that church is about deliverance, mostly for single women because you are single, you have a spirit husband, you have an issue, we need to solve this issue. We're not looking at it like, okay, God's time. God has a specific timing for us. We have another purpose. Some of us, if we are to be honest, some people will not marry, right? And that's also what we're talking about, like how some women can have children before marriage because of maybe they are getting to that age, they're scared that they're not going to be able to have kids after a certain age, which is understandable, but we need to stop looking at singlehood like it's a disease to be cured or that something is wrong with this person. Because if we're going to be honest, I too, right, I'm 29, but like when I was younger, I used to look at my aunties. Look at this woman, auntie, she's 14, unmarried, 35, unmarried. You see me, when I reached that age, I would have been married with kids. But see me, I'm about to be 30 this year, no boyfriend, no children, right? And then the pressure is mounting on, right? Like people are asking, when are you going to marry? All this, all that, but I don't let it bother me. you know it's just sad that it's unfortunate because I'm seeing a lot of situations like this happening, that a lot of men and women too are unaliving their spouses, and it's like, how did we get here as people? Why is it like this? Why can't we just let people be? If you see them single, they are single for a reason. Leave them alone. Don't be mocking them. Don't look down on them. I have some friends who are married already, right? They even married earlier in their earlier 20s, and some of them, they look at me somehow like, I even had to unfriend some of them because it's like, oh, I'm not married yet. What's wrong with you? Is there everything okay? But it shouldn't be like that as women. We should carry each other along.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, that's not the
Mm-hmm.
case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Auntie B, what do you think about that?
They look at you as if maybe no. Let me tell you something. Those of you that are not married and have not made the mistake of marrying the wrong person, like this young lady, success. I congratulate you.
Thank you,
Honestly, I
ma.
do. I do congratulate you. I know you are saying it from the negative side, like because of what people are saying or the impression they have about you. Do you know why I congratulate you? All of you that are single, I congratulate you because you've not made a mistake yet. God forbid. Because a
Amen.
lot of people are stuck in marriages that they've made mistake and they are wishing they never go into.
Yes, so that's true. That's so true.
I will tell you this for free. If you take a sample of, there are so many people that are happily married, but if you take a sample of African marriages, especially both in Nigeria, in the diaspora, not even up to 30% can say they are happy in their marriages.
I believe it.
Mhm.
It's true. A lot of unfortunately, a lot of our Nigerian marriages, and not all, you see some good ones, but they are so far and few in between. But a lot of them are just full of facade. A lot of them are pretending for Instagram, pretending for social media. It's all fake. It really is.
So that's it. So don't worry. I think For if you are single, put yourself out there. If you desire marriage, date as much as you can, but please don't settle.
Mm-mm.
Make sure you are not settling, because marriage is hard work. Oh, it's a long journey. Oh,
It
do not
is.
settle. Oh, it's better for you not to settle. Oh, it's even harder when you settle.
It's tough. And one thing I would ask Auntie be like this, I have a question, right? And anybody in the chat, you can chime in. Like sometimes they tell you don't settle, don't settle. It's not that you want to settle, but people also tell you don't have your standard too high. So trying to find out like the correct balance in between having too high of a standard and settling. Like for example, right? They'll tell me personally, I do not want to date somebody who is broke, right? I have no issues with a man trying to get his life together, but I feel like before you think about relationship, marriage, have yourself in order, have your finances in order, right? But some people will tell you, but if he has potential, but how would you even know if somebody has a potential, right? Some people may not even live up to that potential. That's another thing. So how do you strike the balance between like settling and having too high
It's
of
easy to know.
expectations?
It's easy to know somebody with potentials. I wouldn't say, because what it is, yeah. I think I was having this chat about uh somebody sent me a video on my DM on Instagram. Pastor Jerry Easy was talking to his I don't know if it's Nigeria or abroad, where he was saying, when you are dating as a single woman, be open to other race or other ethnicity. It doesn't have to be a black Nigeria Igbo man or a black Nigerian Yoruba man or Edo. Be open. And I said to the person, I said, I've been preaching this for a very long time. I actually believe in that. So in terms of the question you raised, so there you have your standards, and you say, how do you know that you are not settling, or you don't want to settle, but people are saying, oh, your standards are too high? Somebody that is going somewhere, it's easy to know. You will know. You will
Mm,
know. So I wouldn't say be looking out for somebody that is successful, because the pool of the successful men that you are looking for, especially at 29, is not so much in the diaspora. Okay.
that's
But
true.
somebody that is going somewhere, you will know. It's just taking it. Just look at his work ethics, for instance. His goals, his dreams. What does he talk about? Ask him for a good question to ask a man who is going somewhere. Because you see, see why I'm not saying anybody should settle, but how you can easily tell when somebody is going to make it, when they are going somewhere, is when you ask them simple questions. What's your 5 year? What's your plan for 5 years? Where do
Mm-hmm.
you see yourself in 5 years? And watch them, what they say. Okay, because
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
the abroad, yeah, there are so many things that hinders, men and women from achieving their goals. For instance, if somebody doesn't have paper, it doesn't matter whether you are coming from Nigeria with PhD. That will humble you, and it will keep you in a certain, status for a while until you're able to get out of that.
That's
Okay,
true.
so
Yes,
you
ma'am.
look at their potentials, not what they are saying alone, but what they are doing. What is their work ethics? What are their goals? What
Mm-hmm.
are their dreams? Are they able to paint a picture of where they see themselves in 5 years? And you see that the work ethics is matching what they are saying. Because some people are very good at painting a picture. They will tell you, I'm going to be a billionaire.
Mm-hmm. Especially
I
our
can
Nigerian
see
men.
myself. Nigerian men get sweet mouths. I will do this. I will do this. It's not what they say, but are they moving towards that dream, their goal?
Exactly.
What's their short-term plan? What's their long-term? It's conversation. It will come out. Somebody that is lazy, you will know. Somebody that is just what they call it, they just have all these grandiose ideas, but they don't even know how they are going to get there. You will
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's from conversation. You get to know people, befriend them on a friendly level, and you ask questions.
Yes.
You will know. So I won't say rule out people who are not there yet because you want them to get their money together. Sometimes they might not have their money together, but if you see the way they move, you know that it's a question of time.
That's true, ma.
So just don't close your mind to people that haven't got their money together, but look at their work ethics, look at their goals. For instance, are they willing to learn? Are they willing to train? Are they willing to retrain? Are they open to acquiring more skills? Are they open to going back to school? Or
That's a big one.
are they open to just doing their job, and they're thinking about, oh, why do I need to, I'm okay with this, I can pay my bills. Why are you not satisfied with this? So it's easy to tell. You can learn that with conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just have conversations with them, but don't close your mind. Okay.
Ah, thank you,
And
Auntie
please
B.
date outside the Nigerian brotherhood thing. Open
you
your
know, you know,
mind.
you know where I live. I live in Little Lagos, so I'm in Houston here, Houston, Texas. I don't know if you heard of Houston,
It
Texas.
doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Nigerians everywhere here.
I was in Houston last year. You didn't come and see me, Shay. I would have given you the
No,
advice.
come, I beg. This year we need you here,
I can't.
please.
Me, I should come to America with Donald Trump there. Did you not see that Donald Trump?
Trump will not. No, 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 no. Trump cannot try
Tell
you. Who
Donald
is
Trump to
he?
deport me.
No, our own Auntie B can never work.
Okay. Oh, thank you, my darling.
Thank you, man. God bless you. Bye bye.
Amen. And you too. I wish you the very best of luck. Okay. Oh my God. Ngozi say many of the successful men will show you shaggy. They have too many options. I think ambition and values are more important than success. Yeah, the success is something that can happen like this. That's why I always say, women, don't be too focused on success. Be focused on, be focused on other things like, what I've just mentioned, work ethics, the dreams, the goals. That are they able to set realistic goals? I have something I pinned on my fridge. I pinned it for my children to see, and it's about setting goals. And it says how to set goals. I learned it from a book I read from Sam Adeyemi. You guys know Pastor Sam Adeyemi. Yeah, I follow him, and he lectured and taught about how to set goals and what your goals need to be for you to be achievable, for it to be realistic. Because we can all have these grandiose goals about tomorrow I'm going to buy Microsoft, but you are not going to buy Microsoft. Okay. Yeah, so it's easy to know. Me, if I have a conversation with you for 24, let's say 48 hours, I will already know whether you're going to make it or not. It's easy. I don't know why women say they struggle to understand that. It's so easy. Don't worry about whether they have their money together. Both of you. You say the Bible says that one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. So forget about money. Concentrate on how they treat you. Obviously, they need to have a job. They need to be ambitious and going somewhere. But how do they treat you? Are they respectful? Are they kind? Are they loving? Are they affectionate? These are the things that are more important. You will make money if you put your heads together. I feel like people worry about the things that you shouldn't even worry about. You are in the abroad. Why will you not make money? You will make money. But focus on the things that really matter. Are they faithful? Are they loyal? Are they honest? These are the things you'll be looking at, the character, not the ones that have chick in every state in the US. Yeah, people can have money and they treat you like shh. Let me not say the word. They will treat you like so. No, money is good, but it's not what you're looking for. You are making money, and both of you will make money, but focus on what's more important, that will sustain. We see a lot of people that are millionaires and divorcing every day. If money was the only issue, why are they not married? Why are they not married? All the richest men and women in the world are divorced. It's not always about money. It's about the way they make you feel, the way they treat you, how they show up for you. Okay. It is well. Welcome. Oh my God. More people are coming into the studio. Is it because now that we are talking about relationships, it's becoming more interesting, right? Okay. It is well. Unmute yourself, please. Let's do this very quickly. Can you hear me? It is well. It is well is now unmuting. No? Okay. I'll come to you, Bumi. Hi, darling. Welcome.
Hi, Auntie
Bumi,
B. Yeah,
welcome.
yeah, yeah. Hi.
I'm good. Thank you.
Fine. How are you? I like your lipsticks. and I like lipsticks. God, I like your lipstick and I like your glasses. And as always,
Mhm.
you're always killing us with your smile. No, no, not plying us with your smile. How are you?
What can I do? I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you.
But I'm share and like, please, all that good stuff. Let
Mhm.
us all learn. Let this message get to everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to speak on this, beautiful lady. Unfortunately, she had to leave this earth like this at
Mhm.
the very tender age. Um, I want to speak towards the signs. We women, we have to move intel intelligently. We have to be logical. Let's remove our emotions from it. Immediately you see something that is not good, just don't put it at the back of your mind and say, oh, pray it away, or listen to all those types of rubbish advice that people will tell you. It's not going to change, especially
Mhm.
if it's a pattern.
Mhm.
Marriage will only amplify it because you are not in a space. You people share a space,
Mhm.
and quote and unquote, you are not in the marriage. You're trapped, quote and unquote. You are not going anywhere.
Mhm.
Most of the time, women, when we marry, we are not married. We're not thinking of divorcing this person. So we're marrying for longevity. We're marrying to do life together. So when you
Mhm.
see things like this, behavioral patterns like this, that you, especially since it's not even like simple things. When I mean simple things, not like, okay, maybe this person will use the toilet and will not flush, or maybe they are dirty that you can still speak to, or maybe they have a bad odor. Things like that. They are not detrimental to your life. They don't affect your life, like literally. But things like hitting, verbal abuse that can strip you of your confidence, you know, um,
Monitor your
financial.
friends, telling you what to
Yes.
watch and not to watch. Don't watch Obodoyibo TV. Red flag. Red flag.
Things like that. You can see the signs. You can see the signs. Just you don't even need to explain. Oh, I need to know. Why? Another thing I want to speak to about women, I'm guilty of. I've learned now. If you don't like a situation, it doesn't suit you. You don't have to explain your. You see how that lady said she saw the her fiance's post and she blocked them. She just called it and blocked. Just do it like that. Block. You don't need to be saying, "Oh, I saw this. What do you have to say?"
They're
There's nothing
afraid.
to say. They've
Usually,
already said.
yeah, usually they're afraid. Where will I start from? I've committed
And
2 years
that is
into this
another thing
relationship.
too.
Mm.
If we start picking up on the signs early and we see that, oh, this one is my non-negotiable, and you deep out, you don't stay there and be saying, oh, God will change, God will do, it is well. You will save yourself more time than when you stay there and you're like, oh, I've been here 3 years, I've been here 4 years, I can't, I will. No, no. You see now, God forbid, now you see how that lady passed. Who is going to be there with her
Yeah,
baby? And she
she's
has gone.
pregnant. Yeah,
She
no,
has
she doesn't have
gone.
a baby. She's pregnant.
And
She
to
was
be the
pregnant.
baby now is 4 months. Yeah,
Four
you
months
know.
pregnancy.
Another thing I want to speak to women too. Please, you see red flag. Okay, you decide to enter, and then you decide you are still struggling. You now bring another life. You now say,
Mm,
oh, it's the best case to bring another life. How? When you have not changed, you are there, a whole adult. You have not changed the situation. You now want to bring a dependent that you are saying that the dependent will change the person. I don't understand that logic.
mm,
Please, let's be moving intellectually. Let's think. Let's not use emotions. Please, and I know that I can't even speak. I know that it's hard, like society, but we have to be conscious. We have to put ourselves first. Because when you
mm.
enter the situation, you're by yourself. All those people that were telling you that, oh, manage, they're not going to be there with you when things go south. Nobody's going to be there with you. See all those
Mm.
people now that wanted to lynch that guy. I'm sure they've seen when the guy was beating the lady. They didn't say anything. They must have
Mm.
said, "Don't worry, we'll talk to him."
Yeah, his
You
husband and
see
wife.
it.
His
It's
husband
husband
and
and
wife.
wife matter. Police
Mm.
that came to rescue him. I'm sure if she had gone to the station, they will say, "Ah, we know the Puma
The
for wife
police
matter."
said they know they beat their wife.
Tough,
The one that he and the wife they unalived each other before
tough.
Valentine's Day. Shebi is a policeman.
Right. So you have
Mm.
to think that way and to be strategic. And as Auntie has always said, you don't limit yourself. Love comes in all types, in all from all ethnicity, from all types. You say, I want, I can, my language, please, oh, like we have this life for purpose. It's not just about marriage alone.
Mm.
As I don't date husband house now, as they talk am. Who don't come and say as you dey happy how your husband they treat you. Everybody you enter, you manage yourself. Oh.
That's so.
Please, let's
Mm,
be intentional. We have to be intentional because when we are in this situation, we are by ourselves. So that's what I
mm.
want to say. And to be thank you for bringing awareness to these types of topic. God bless you. I God enrich
Before
you
you leave, Bumi,
and
I
your
want to ask you
family.
this question. A
Okay.
few women have said tonight that their husbands don't allow them to watch the channel. Why? I mean,
Um,
what do you think about that?
I personally feel like these types of again, it goes back to what I was saying. You must have seen the signs, and like you said, you are
But
not an
why?
individual.
Why?
You are
What are we saying here that it will
Auntie
make
B.
a man worried?
They
A,
are
a,
no
a
Auntie B.
healthy man.
Mm. First of all, that man is not a man. We use that word. It's just like the way it annoys me how we say pastor. Everybody's a pastor. It's just something you just do. A man is not just by biology. It's by intellect, it's by responsibility, it's by mannerism, it's by all those things determine a man. It's not just what they carry. So because you marry this person, and first of all, when you're in a relationship, you can tell who you can dibble and dabble with. That, oh, if I push her left, she will go left. You don't have a bearing of your own, you don't have a say. See, when you marry, you are not just losing, you're not in the relationship like, oh, I've used myself. You submit, but you're still an individual. You've an
It's
individual
control.
for how
Mm,
many years before you got married to this person and vice versa. So if you are coming together to be better individuals, but together, you are doing life together. So
mm,
I don't understand why you will again, you must have seen the signs. But then why you will expect me, oh, I like this thing. Like for example, now I like sports. I like going to sporting events. I like watching tennis. I like watching basketball. If you give me money now, go and pay for. Then I'm not my husband. I say, no, we might. From where to where? First of
mm,
all, you did not take me to one of those things. We went on a date for I like race car. Like all those things. You are in the relationship, you are doing it, then all of a sudden you just change. That's
mm,
why people are unhappy in marriages too, because they
mm.
feel that oh, it's a new identity.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Mm,
problem. So you see this head on, you deal with it, not just say, it's my husband. It's your husband, so you guys talk
mm.
it out. I don't tell you not to go out, or I don't tell you not to go and play football on Saturday and Sunday, or not to go and drink. Why are you telling me what I can do and what I cannot do? As long as it's not detrimental to our family, to our kids, whatever the case is, to our finances, why can't I enjoy myself?
I think some women actually like being controlled. Control. Yeah, they like it. They enjoy it. Control is something they enjoy doing. But a healthy relationship, nobody controls anybody. Okay? Everything is a conversation. And like Bumi said, if it's not detrimental, why? What are you afraid of? Why are you seriously afraid of your wife watching a certain channel when we're talking about healthy relation? It's because you're an abuser. You're doing something you shouldn't do, and you don't want her to learn about it. So that's a red flag. It's thoroughly a red flag for me. I don't know. I don't know. Control. Somebody is saying something here. Laurie, I'm bringing you in. And then I'll bring it is well. Bamidele and it is well, and then we end. But I really want to talk about this before I come to you, Laurie. Um, Shadia Princess said, you need to pray and fast. Ask God to direct you. You can't find the right person without God's guidance. Okay? While I agree with you, I also believe that too many Mongo Parks are hiding in the church. The most abused women are in the church. You know why? Because they are doing Christian sisters. Because somebody will come and tell you that God told me you are my wife. God, the Holy Spirit, they lie. The most abused women are in the church. So
Mm-hmm.
all this praying, while
Amen.
I love prayers, it's good to pray. Please open your eyes. There are so many things that you will see. God has given you eyes and intellect for you to learn about things, red flags. And so what Maggie is saying about, why it's good to pray. When you see a red flag, you better dash. Don't say because he's reading Bible. He's reading Bible. He can kabash. He can speak in tongues. It doesn't make him a husband material. Pastors are divorcing up and down. Why? So let's be careful with that prayer thing. It's good to pray, but be careful. Be careful, because most times when people pray, they're in denial about the situation. They are usually in denial about what they are seeing. They close their eyes to, the reality before them, because they think they are praying. And God is not going to come down to tell you anything. Don't allow anybody to manipulate you with prayers. You need to identify if this thing is sweetening you, if you like what you are saying. Somebody is calling you names every day. You say you are praying. What is prayer going to do? You continue to pray, because prayer, one money call gbàdúrà so that it will change. You go pray, you go fast, so
Go tire.
you go tired. Laura, welcome, darling. How are you?
Hi, OTB. OTB, good evening.
Welcome, my
So,
love.
okay, my time has started. So let me
Yes.
dive in real quick. So, first of all, I want to talk about. I'll start with this prayer thing, right? So the prayer point, if you're a Christian and you want to pray, if you also pray to God that if you see that thing, if He reveals the thing you're praying about, He should give you the heart, like you should have the mind to do something about it as well and walk away. Because the thing is that most people will pray about it, like Auntie B was saying. You will not even, you're still saying it and you're in denial. So I'll give a story, like a short story, an experience I had when I was still single. So I was dating someone at the time, and this person was, we're talking about marriage at that point and everything. So I decided to pray on my own. So I don't do go to any pastor or go to any man of God to pray for me. I'm not that kind of person. I pray for my own self. I try to I have my own relationship with God, and I decided to pray, and I really asked God to show me the heart of this person, show me who he is, who he truly is. And then I told God that if anything I see, if it's not what is for me, I'm going to walk away. And trust me, I really saw. So an incident happened. One day I called this person. I started noticing a pattern. First of all, he worked at the bank at the time, and I we were not living in the same working in the same city. So he was transferred out of my city. So I will call and he will not take his call. And every time I call, he won't take his call. And he would just say something like, "Oh, he was in church or something, something." So I found out after a while, I noticed that always hung out. He was always going out to the bar every night. So one day that truth came out. He kind of slipped and he said it that he would say he went to eat Indomie with friends and he just went to do something outside. So that's how it kept happening. And then one day I called him, and he kind of, maybe he thought he cut that call off, and he didn't know that the call was on. And before I made that call, something told me to buy like enough credit. I was working class, so it's not like I didn't have money. I had credit in my phone. I left it for a while. Do you, if you listen to what this guy was saying um about me to the people he called his friends, they were laughing. If you hear the things, they were
Jesus.
talking about me, saying things like
You didn't know
Virgin
that it's not called the
Mary.
call.
Yes, they're calling me Virgin Mary, that pretender. Because me, I'm dating you and we're not sleeping together. I'm not doing all those mess. You want to marry, come and marry. So he was like, she'll be forming all those Abuja girl, forming Virgin Mary, doing this and that. And she's coming to say this and that. So he met one of my friends that is a priest that we grew up together. We kind of grew up together, but he was just about to be ordained a priest at the time. So it was like, if that person says that I'm such a good person and a good girl, why did he now become a priest? Why did he not marry me? Maybe we grew up together. They were saying a lot of nasty things. This were men, matured men, said a lot of horrible things about me. And I was just there, quiet. I got tired, so I couldn't believe it, and I cut the call. And for me, that was it for me. That was
Mm-hmm.
like, there was no conversation. I blocked him everywhere. By the
Mm-hmm.
time I woke up, everywhere was blocked. It was like rapture to him. His
Mm-hmm.
sister was the one calling me, asking me what's going on. I'm like, I don't. Before she was in my house. I'm like, no, there's nothing. So when I decided, I told them everything. He denied. I'm like, you're trying to gaslight me to make me look like I'm crazy. And then
Mm.
that time it wasn't like the time we can record or screen record now.
Record. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was all I needed to know that this person is not for me. I don't even need to. There was no explanation. And that's my kind of person. I'm married now, and my husband knows me like that. I am not taking it. If we just if because I don't hold on to all those things. You know what is not right. I know we're all adults. So a lot of women, we need to grow up and stop being babies. Start babying ourselves. You need validation from someone when you clearly see that something is wrong. This person is hurting you, this person is doing something bad, and you need people that don't exist in your reality to tell you what to do or to validate you. No, we need to grow up. We are grown. If you're a married or you're grown, grown, grown. Take accountability and responsibility. If I tell my parent today, I don't even need to tell them, take any permission from anybody, because I believe it's my own life. If anything happened to me in that situation, nobody is going to be put into that place with me. This lady in her past, her parents are not going to go anywhere with her. Her friends or whoever, the church or the so-called people she have in her mind are not going to go anywhere with her. So you yourself, just move. You don't have to waste time asking questions and all that. So that was what I needed to know that I can't be in that situation anymore. I just
Mhm.
moved. For me,
Mhm.
that was like the sign I needed. So if you're praying, make sure you're able to also walk away when you see what God answers that prayer.
Open
Don't
your
try to say,
eyes
oh, you want
too
to
as
pray
you
it
are
out.
praying so
Because
that you
like
can
Auntie
see
B
the red
said,
flag.
women in church
Mm.
are the mostly, yes, as you're opening, yes, women in church are the mostly abused because they will be praying. And some of these Mongo packs will use it against you. Like the one that is dealing with one of my sister's friend. It will tell her that I thought you are going to church. I thought you are a Christian. And you have unforgiveness. And you have a stone heart. And he will do the thing 10,000 times. Deal with her.
Mm.
And then use it against her. Every day she'll be here praying. Pretender. He will use it against her. So you have to also pray that you're born again as a Christian. Know that God loves you no matter your status, married, unmarried,
Mhm.
divorced,
Mhm. Mhm.
single, not single,
Mhm.
whatever it is, God loves you regardless. He doesn't care about your status. So he had
Mhm.
telling you God hates divorce. Divorce is not is the word God hates, not the person. You or the person in that situation. God does not hate anyone. He loves us.
Mhm.
That's depend like he loves us regardless of our situation. So please
Mhm.
choose yourself. If you see something that is not good for you, please do something about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you, my darling. Thanks for joining us. Please give us a thumbs up, guys. We are about to end. Thank you so much, everybody. We've had a lot of contribution today, despite the devil was trying to mess with my computer. You see, God is good. Faith, I want to hear. Oh, you're telling me the reasons why. What are the reasons? I'm waiting. Please type it up quickly because I'm interested. I want to know what exactly. Once upon a time, when I was with my friends last year, we went somewhere for a friend's birthday, and one Nigerian man saw me there and was like, "Obodo Igbo, be taking it easy." He said, "Be taking it easy on us." So, I said, "What did I do now?" He said, "Be taking it easy on us. So, just be taking it easy on us." I say, "You guys, you need to do better." They say if you know better, you do better. No, some men think that I hate men, but I don't. I don't. I just want people to do the right thing. I'm tired of seeing women being broken. I'm tired of seeing, dysfunctional marriages. I know some men are going through it as well. It's not just women, but the proportion of women who are suffering are usually more. So I just want, I love healthy relationship and marriages. That's all. What's wrong with that? Hmm? Faith, you sent me a DM. You don't want to say it here. Okay, oh, it is well. It is your turn now. Can you hear me?
Yes, Auntie B.
Welcome.
How are you? How are you doing today? Good to see your face again.
Thank you, my love.
Auntie B, this is very important for people to be able to love themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This almost happened to me. I
Ooh.
I am thank God. I'm really grateful to God that I married my own husband, because I'm one of the mumu that brought people from Nigeria.
From where?
So
Nigerian
from
to
yeah, to the United States.
right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So and we should always, like the other caller said, listening to God is very important. Is different for you to say, God, show me what I need to see, and when God shows you, do you have the courage to walk away?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us, we ask God about things that we are not willing to stand by, and when
Mm-hmm.
God does it, and
Mm-hmm.
we are not standing by what we asked of. So with me, when I was I did not date till I was 21, and that was because of my self-consciousness. High school days, I refused. I told myself no, because my dad always tell me something that uh, you are a beautiful young lady, and if you see a lot of proposal, you need to step back and look at what you're looking at before you jump into it. So that cost me. I did not date till I turned 21. I wanted to be sure of what I wanted. So at
Mm-hmm.
21, before I turned 21, just before I turned 21, I had somebody asking me out. So I I accepted. A month after that, my dad took me away from Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and I came into the United States. And because the person did not offend me or anything, I'm a Christian young girl, I told myself it's even gonna help me for abstinence. So I
Mm-hmm.
will keep the relationship. So I kept the relationship, and we dated for 8 years. So I was a little bit to 29 when
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to my dad that I wanted to bring my fiance in, and my dad laughed. And my dad said, I've prayed about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is what God wants you to do, but do you? That's the kind of father I'd have.
Okay.
My dad said, do you? So I brought him into the country. 1 month after he met my dad, he said he wasn't in love with me anymore. So
Ah,
oh yes, 1 month, 1 month. That's all it took.
was your dad living with you?
I was living with my dad then. I was living with my parents. So when I brought him, because I was working and doing everything. So I had rented a home that we were going to move in and all of that. Because, of course, when you bring somebody to the United States, you have to marry them within 3 months, right? But but God so kind, He decided to walk away 1 month. And my own was even worse. I took him from Nigeria to London. He did his bachelor's degree in London, and I brought him from London to the United States.
Who paid for the bachelor's degree?
Oluwajoy, this one.
You paid for it.
Yes.
And the
That's
love
why I
was really
said
strong. Oh.
my because of course I was holding on to somebody to think that he did not offend me, and he's nice to me on the phone.
So it's the
Uh,
Christian love. You were doing Christian love.
yes, and I was always flying. 3 weeks I'll go and see him and come back. But I want to let people know why I said you need to pray. When you pray, you need to really be aware when God tells you something. When he was in England, when he was in London, and I came to London, and one of my big brothers in the Lord, one of my big brother, he's also married man, met him in a on a controversial in a controversial place, and he kind of told me, but he did not tell me he was doing bro code.
Mm. Men are good at doing bro code.
Yes, but he just, the question he asked me, is this what you want? I didn't know what he meant by that. I just said, oh, I like him, I love him, this is him. But he did not, it was after he left that he had the gut to tell me what's up. I was mad with him, that one aside. But what I'm saying is that with him, what I saw with him was, I have never seen anybody keep malice. If I say what he doesn't agree with, he can keep malice for what I cannot call. I have
Yeah,
to beg. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean it like this. I have to
Silent treatment.
explain.
Yeah.
I,
It,
wa- I had to explain. And I knew that I feel like it was God telling me, this is not it. Why do you have to explain yourself every time? Even sometimes, like me, I'm a June baby, but I'm a stubborn one. I have to
Mhm.
sit down sometimes and go like, why would I explain why I made, but I would just ignore it. I just decide to ignore it. So what I'm doing now, when he left and I decided to look inward, I told myself,
Mhm.
I said, this is this is all my fault. This has nothing to do with him, because I looked at me and I said, because I have ignored a lot of things, I have let him slide.
Mhm.
Person where you they give everything, nothing from him.
Mhm.
I
So
I was I was dating
that's
for 8 years, not even one gift.
yeah. Now you they
In the
marry
name,
am. Not being they marry.
yes,
Now you
no
marry am.
be him they marry, na me they marry am. Not even one gift. Even when they come from London and TB, na only slippers he buy for me.
Mhm.
Slippers. Not to say that people sometimes people don't have, but for 8 years of relationship, I gave. So
Mhm.
after that relationship went, I wanted to bring to your attention that a friend of mine told me, Joy, you 29 now. If you say you no want do again, why no beg? Beg because we
You don't
female we
invest.
do. I
Mhm.
looked at myself. I said, why would I beg? Somebody
Mhm.
that opened his mouth and said, I don't love you anymore. I don't
Mhm.
understand though. So I
Mhm.
told yes, he told me, I don't love you anymore because my dad is a pastor, and my dad always tell him, my dad was asking him one day, is this your choice? Because if you make this choice, there is no going back. That day, my dad said that got him mad. Said how your dad will say this, how your dad will say this. Your dad don't like me. I said, what? Dad was just telling you that if you make this decision, there is no going back. Just
So
like he
he
told
he
me,
left you. He walked away from
he
the
walked.
marriage.
Yes, he walked away.
Mhm.
So 2 years when later a friend told me he came back and he was apologizing that it was just a mistake. So I told, no more, there is no mistake. Me, I don't give second chances. I'm not Jesus. Let's just call it a spade, a spade. Let's let it go. So my friend, I remember one of my friends said, unfortunately she's not married till now. She said, just be around him, let him be sleeping with you until you get your own guy. I said, eh?
Hmm. See
Who is
advice.
teaching all these
No
women?
wonder she's not married. I'm sorry
Yeah,
to say.
I'm sorry,
Maybe that's what she's
it's
doing.
not to shade her. I'm just saying what happened then. And I said, no. I will not forgive myself if I do that. So I
Is it
just let
church
it go.
there that your papa is pastor? They say you
Yes,
must be knocking like that.
yes, because he's already here now. There is no man in America. I said, this America, you say there is no man. God will open the ground and make and create one for me. That's what I
Okay.
responded to her for
Mm.
then. So we all let it at that. So when I was dating, then I started dating. I met another guy that was a doctor in America, and I didn't like him. Every time I pray, I had a big burden in my heart. So I told him, no, I don't want the relationship. That friend again came and said, waiting you want, safe. Waiting
Abi.
you want. So when eventually I got my husband, and this is 12 years down the line, I'm 42 now, that friend look at me and go like, I wish I was courageous like you.
Mm,
Because
mm,
I'm like, it takes a little bit of patience. God also knows,
mhm,
especially when you serve God. God
mhm,
knows that some people will come in the name of God, but you
mm,
need to be sensitive.
mhm,
You need to be very sensitive as a young lady. I have 3 kids now. I can tell you, I am, I am not perfectly, I am not perfect. My husband is not perfect, but I am the happiest lady
mhm,
that can walk the surface of this world. Because when I look at my husband, I see peace. My peace just rise. They thank you, Jesus, that
mhm,
I did not waste my time. I can imagine what I would go through if I did not patiently wait for God.
mhm,
And I met this man in the United States that I thought there was no man.
mhm. You see why I say when people make all these negative quotes about, oh, this land, oh, I made a video about it sometime last year. I don't know if you saw it. And I
Mm.
said, your confession is who you are. All this confession,
Yes,
there are no men.
I
Who told
saw
you there
it.
are no men?
There
There
are
are
too
men
many men.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Who is
God
you saying
fearing
there are no
ones
men?
too. God fearing ones. God fearing ones too. In fact, when I was getting married, a friend of mine sent me a message, not to derogate Black Americans, but Joy, she akata lo ń fẹ́ ni. I said no. A Nigerian man. Only, are you sure he's not married? I said no. Never been married. They were shocked.
Hmm.
They
So
were
what
shocked.
happened to your the
My
project?
ex, I don't know. My project, thank you. That was a failed project. The building collapsed.
What
I,
happened to
there,
him?
I don't know now, but the last time somebody was talking, they said he married a Black American woman and he has 3 or 4 kids now. I don't know,
Oh,
but
okay. At least
I
you took
don't
him
know.
from Nigeria and brought him to America. He got
Yeah,
that for
maybe
you.
that's my only God
That's a
contribution in his
sacrifice.
life.
And you paid for his bachelor's.
I paid for
I can't even
everything.
imagine how much you pay. You have money, oh, and you don't give me super chat. You must give me super chat before you leave Nigeria. So, yeah. You that can afford to pay for a man's bachelor. So yeah, super chat.
I was super chatty at the B. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying that we need to be patient sometimes. Don't let people pressure you. I'm telling you, a lot of people have been pressured into doing things they don't want to do. They married the person knowing that they don't like the person,
They said so, yeah.
and
Because
and
they're
it's
afraid.
and it's affecting them now. So
Yeah.
we need to be wise, and if you're a child of God, why don't you stand with God and be obedient?
Mm-hmm.
Obedient, they say, is better than sacrifice. And
Absolutely.
people love you by what they do, it's not by what they say. When I
Absolutely.
met my husband, the first thing he narrated to me was, even though some people don't consider it something right to do, but as the guy, he told me where he was coming from, what made him leave the person. And when I asked the person that know both of us, he said, this is the story. Oh. That's the story. I think that's the story that she had too. You know, I'm just saying that we need to be patient. We need to be very patient. Don't let people put you into a compromise, because marriage is a long term. It's a
Hmm.
long term, it's not a short term. Like somebody said,
Absolutely.
no woman married to divorce. But if you are married and you are not happy, you are the most miserable. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Because I see some of my friends that are not happy. When they call my phone, I just don't know the right words to say to them,
Yeah.
because they are so heavy. Their heart is so heavy, and I don't know what to say to them, because I know I'm not facing what you are facing. I don't know where to come from,
And there are
and
so
I
many, so
and there
many
are too
that
many,
know.
too many. And
Yeah.
if you say something, the first thing they will also say is you've not faced it. So I've learned to listen and not to judge. I did not be say that it's
Listen,
all.
listen,
Listen and
and you
not judge.
don't judge. We listen, but
So
we don't.
I'm just a listening arm now. And when you finish talking, I will say, in all of this, it's still your choice. But I
Mm.
will pray that God will help you make the right choice. You
It's a
know?
confidence. I mean, from everything you said, Joy, you have a very good dad, and he
Yes,
raised you well to see value in yourself. And somebody called earlier on. I was talking about self love. You have self love for yourself, and even though you got it wrong because you thought this person was, but
yes.
you know, God delivered you from that one, and you didn't you knew you learned from that experience. Someone
Oh
said,
yes, I
I was
did.
watching something today, and this fit grandma who is in her 70s that does exercise was saying her first marriage failed, and she said, you know what, I don't have any regrets, because every experience that we go through in life, whether it's positive or negative, is an experience, and you
Yes,
learn from it.
yes.
What's important is how what you learn and how you are able to grow. So you learn from that failure,
Exactly.
and
What
then
you learn is very important, because if you
yes,
are not an account, you don't, you are not even accountable to yourself. How are you going to be accountable to somebody else?
yeah,
You
absolutely.
need to be able to pick bits and pieces. Why you, I tell, because if you've been in a relationship once, twice, three. It's time to sit down and say, what's the problem? Is it me? What exactly am I doing to attract this wrong people if they are the ones that are wrong? You need to prayerfully ask yourself. The problem we have with this world right now is that there is no accountability.
Uh,
Nobody wants to be accountable for anything. As soon as you tell somebody,
thank you so much. It is
all
well.
right,
So,
yes, ma'am. Yeah,
thank you so much. Uzo, welcome. Uzo, say, Oluwa Joy, I beg you, Auntie B Super Chat. Oh,
I will. I
you are in
will.
Harvard. You sponsor someone to Harvard. So, it's not Harvard. There's no Harvard.
No, I did sponsor. It was
It's
one
not
of the
Harvard.
universities. It wasn't that bad. But I
No,
mean,
we're joking. Yeah, we're just joking. Yeah.
just for somebody that is doing the same. And I remember my dad used to say, you are not supposed to be taking care of a man. I
Yeah.
failed in that aspect.
Yeah.
And I'm just advising every young
And if you had
person that is
stayed,
listening to me
yeah,
right
if you had
now,
stayed,
please, yeah,
if you had stayed
don't
with
take
him,
care of a man. Don't
you would
take
waste
care of,
your
in
whole
fact, don't
life.
take care of anybody, a man or a woman, or if you are not married to them. Please don't.
Thank you.
It actually end up in disaster sometimes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, my darling. Thank you for sharing. Your testimony is a good one because even though you started on the wrong path, God still led you to the right one, and you are fulfilled. You are happy. You got kids, and you are actually happy, which is not what a lot of people can say for themselves. Yeah. So yeah, Uzo, how are you, darling? How is the baby doing? Yo, Uzo had a baby. She just had a baby. So congratulations for Uzo. Lady Uzo has got a baby. She's number two. Baby number two has arrived. Yeah. So she's got two children now. So just congratulate Uzo. God has blessed her family. We are so grateful to God for Lady Uzo. Thank you. Bless. You've been giving me super chats since we started. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bamdele, we are going to end the show together. Welcome and thanks for your patience. What do you have to say, bro? Unmute yourself, please.
Okay, yeah. Well, to me, I'm just like, screw it.
Ah, huh? Bamdele, you're a pastor. How are you using that kind of curse word?
but it's just, but it's
You're
like,
not allowed to say that. I thought you are a man of God.
it's true. I am an evangelist, but it's not every, even in the Bible it says that
Ah,
it's not
okay.
everybody is going to be called to marriage. It's like,
She's giving me $50 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that favor. God bless you. Thank you. Okay. Bamdele, you are shocking me. Oh, the way you are using that kind of word now. What happened to you?
but it's like the world is just like, so okay, so is it like, because it just kind of like annoys me that, because like, even though I'm a man and I'm finishing up my, my doctoral program, and it's like they're saying that if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you. But at the reality is that not everybody is going to be fit to marry. It's just like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just like, you just have to let people live their life. You get it to a certain age, it's like, the opinions, I know in our culture, they may have these subjective opinions that you have to settle down or whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, this is your life. You're going to
Hmm.
be living with the spouse. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't live with the spouse, then you need to forget about the subjective opinion saying that, yeah, so it's just because you're at this age, you're not married, you don't have no children. It's like, so what? If
Mm-hmm.
people have their own lives to live, you
Mm-hmm.
live your life according to what God has, God put us on this earth for a reason, and you have to find some discernment in the Word of God. That's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, just because, I don't know, just like, I just kind of like agree with you that let people live their own lives, and just
Absolutely. That's it.
and let everybody just, show bear, move to the other side and stay in their front.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brabam Dele. I'm shocked today. Oh, you always been the voice of reason. But for you to just keep, what did you people do to Bamdele tonight? A whole evangelist came in. I was like, I was cussing. Bamidele is tired. I think Bamidele is under pressure. His family and they are putting him under pressure to get married, or maybe friends or something. Bamidele is like, you guys, that's you. Bamidele is okay. Don't worry. One day, you two, you come and testify like Favor. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's very, very important. One thing I forgot to say when, where I was making my introduction and, doing my, what's it called? When I started the show was that, again, you see, what happened to this woman is very, very unfortunate. But you see, this man, he learned that behavior from somewhere. Okay, so as long as you remain in that kind of situation where you think, I'm staying for the children, I'm staying for the children. Did you see that testimony? I shared that testimony on my page where the woman was saying, my husband did this, my husband did this, he's doing this to me, but we are not going anywhere. It's on my page on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, take a look. It's still on my page. I was looking like this, I was like, huh? You know, when you open your mouth, you can't even hold it. So, let no more. I was like, what? She's like, no, people know me. I did this, I did that, but my husband did it. But we're not going anywhere. I'm staying for the children. This is the result, though. That woman on my Instagram page, look at her. She said that she's removed all the ada, all the cutlasses. She said she removed them because her husband has chased her 2 or 3 times with the same ada. Now, church, she was saying this in church. Yeah, if you see it, it's the last post on my Instagram. Aproko, worry aproko. You see, this is it. You need to go and watch it. So you can see a broken and bitter woman. Very bitter. In fact, she hates the man. From everything she's saying, she hates the man. But she says she's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, that is the plight of a lot of Nigerian women. She said at the end of this that she had to remove all the instruments so that they will not unalive her. And children are growing up in that environment. They are watching. How do you think this man came to be that way? You think he was born that way? No. It's what he saw. His dad probably did it, or his uncle or somebody. The mom endured it and it turned out. And look at it now. He's ruined 3 lives. His life is gone. He's going to be in jail forever. He's ruined another young woman's life, and the baby, unborn baby that didn't ask to be born. Is it worth it? All because he could not manage his emotions. He couldn't control himself. He didn't know how to resolve conflict. So he had to bring Ada. Oh my show. No, nobody should endure abuse. No, the impact is too. And you know, when things like this happen, people will be saying, Kinika, why didn't you leave? Kinika. If she left, you people will call her. But yeah, you can't stay in husband's house. Akoko saw that you cannot marry. It took you 37 years to find a husband. Now you didn't stay. They stigmatize you. They'll call you names. Elroy said, I stayed for my kids for 12 years, but I decided to leave. So to break the cycle of abuse. You're not staying for the kids. You're damaging the kids. They will learn that behavior and they will carry on living like that. This is what daddy did to mommy. This is what mommy did to daddy. Your daughters are going to have, if you are not careful, that is the kind of man they will be looking for. They will attract that kind of man. So you see, it becomes a generational thing. And I'm glad that you had the courage. I'm not saying it's easy. It's never easy because circumstances, sometimes you don't have the resources, you cannot fend for yourself, or things are just so complicated. You know, pressure from family, pressure from your church, pressure from the community is a lot. But it's never worth staying. Never. So yeah, we're just going to end today. Yeah, Monica said, let Africans ladies start normalizing being single. Yeah, singleness is not a disease, it's not a curse. And some people will not marry. That's the truth. But I tell you, it's always better for you to be single than to be married to the wrong person, whether you are a man or a woman. Some men are in hellish marriages. And you know, for men, it's even worse because they cannot talk. Because again, the same culture that we're talking about is the one that tells men that you should man up, don't speak, don't cry. Come bear. May the Lord help us all. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate your support. Thank you, Father. Thank you for joining me. I say thank you, Father. I see prayer tongue. I say thank you, Father. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please give us a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, and like this video. I saw a story today and I was wondering whether we should talk about it. There's this man, just like Christian. You see that Christian that was upon a time. Another black guy who was, spreading a lot of hatred towards black women. The Oyibo girlfriend has unalived him as well. Should we talk about it? You think, guys, let me know in the comment section if we should talk about it, because there's so much to unpick in that. So much. Anyway, let me know in the comment section, and do like, subscribe, and I will see you. Wishing everybody the strength to be able to choose themselves, the strength to be able to stay away from abuse, and to be able to remain healthy. And for those who have the courage to walk away from abuse, congratulations. It's never worth it. It's not worth it. Abuse will take everything from you. It's no respecter of man or woman or child. It will almost destroy you if you stay there long enough. So congratulations to everybody who has the courage to say, you know what? I want to be alive. I want my children to be sane. I don't want my children to be crazy. I don't want to give birth to men like Kelvin. Look at him, looking nice, but he's a demon inside. He cannot resolve conflict. He cannot communicate. So the next thing is to carry Ada. It is well. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys in my next one. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if we should talk about that incident. And then congratulations to Lady Uzo, who welcomed her baby boy. She's a proud mother of 2 babies now. We had to, Uzo. You know we love you very much. I love you especially. I love you. May the Lord continue to keep you and your family from glory to glory in Jesus' name. Thank you, everybody. Bless. Thank you. Everyone that has given me a super chat, thank you. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.